Good evening and welcome to the show. I am Tony Hansen, joined by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew, Phil Castellano, Damian Scro, and Dan Isgro. Inside is Frankie on the switcher. Guys, welcome to the show. This is Celestial Engine. It is the final installment of the long saga that we've had at Celestial War. And it is a long adventure. We're having a lot of fun doing it. We have our fans actually joined in with us on this last leg of the saga. It's Richard Wild and Charles Morrison, who you see below me, like right here. Hello, guys. I'm Petru.
Right there.
So,
Always below the man.
Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss on the head.
Oh, okay. You missed it. It already happened. So, guys, welcome to the show. Today is Season 3, Episode 3. It is called Old Souls. And it's gonna be a fun one because it's one of those episodes where I know it's some episodes. My favorite ones are when there's so much stuff happening where I can sit back the entire week and I have no work to do because I know that it kind of writes itself. Whatever you do is already there and they already have plans. This is the other side of that where I have to prepare for all things. You know, I have to prepare for like Brooke saying, anything? Okay. You know what? Okay, I want to go down in the middle of the ocean. And didn't you say once, 3 years ago, that there was a dwarven settlement down there and they're like aquatic? I'm like, oh, yeah. So, like, what do they said they mine, right? Yeah. So what are they mining? And where are they mining it? It's like, oh, it's caves below the ocean. So, like, what kind of metals do they get? Like, Brooke, is this really what we're going to spend our time on? You want me to do that? So those are the kind of things that some people will do when you want to make me go to like the 49th planet in the middle of the solar system and say, what's on the ground there in that cave? So,
But that situation also brought us the angels. Remember when
It did?
when she rose out of
Yes.
her body when she was in prison?
100%. And I'm not saying it doesn't make for good story. I don't mean to say that. I'm just saying I need to prepare for the ridiculousness that is the detail that is the far corners of the world.
Better prepare. Yeah.
But she's just making you world build a little more. That's all.
She is.
Right.
She's testing me.
She's testing your
100%.
memory too.
Tony, back in episode 45, there was a moment where a person in the background said something very interesting. What were they saying? What were they thinking? So
The problem is you actually know that, Tony. That's the
there
worst
are
part of it.
times, yes, there are times where I know the ridiculousness of it, and that's true. But like, yeah, when you go into the center of the ocean and down into a small thing, you know, and it's hard. So, guys, welcome to the show. This is called Tony's Rant. It's about me dungeon mastering and all the things that I go through because, you know, I have feelings and
love
I
the
care
show.
about them. welcome, Phil. Phil's my first guest. So, guys, Old Souls. Last week on Audio Dungeon, we found the loot.
Yeah.
And where do we find him? We found him in the void, the
Right.
void of nil space, and it is the Nether. And we've learned now that the Nether, well, I'm going to save that for later. We learned that the Nether is an interesting place. It is where, like, the nothing goes. This is a never-ending story. This is what the Rockbiter was talking about, in a way, the nothing. Okay? So this is where we are right now. And you guys enter there because you're interested in one thing. It is the Astral Crystal. And the Astral Crystal is at the threshold of where reality goes through a portal into the Nether. And that locality is what manifests the Astral Crystal of some sort. We have talked about in the past how the Astral Crystal is made to a degree, and you guys found out last week a little bit more about like what's actually happening on the other side. When you guys went into that portal, you found this sort of like muck monster that was there, and he's literally living and leeching off of that Astral Crystal, and he was actively eating souls, which was many of the gnomes in your party, as well as Alexander, who got eaten, and may or may not have been also the sprite that that goes with you, Val.
Val.
I don't want to say one of your two names back. Yeah, so it may have been Val as well. We don't know. And here we are, next episode, episode 3, Old Souls, where after the muck monster was starting to rise back up, the loot came in, sang a song, and then dispersed the muck. And that is where we stopped. Of course, everyone thought loot was Kanos, but it was not Kanos. It was another guy. So that's it, guys. Get ready for the show. Episode 3, Old Souls. Let's do it. Welcome to the show. I am Tony Hansen, joined by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew. And yes, this is Audio Dungeon. We're playing Celestial Engine. This is the episode 3 of season 3. It is called Old Souls. I'm joined by Damian Scroll, Phil Castellano, and Dan Isgro. And we have Frankie inside switching. Guys, last week the loot appeared in the episode. Everyone is very excited. And what's going to happen? This is one of those episodes. It can go in literally any direction. Last week on Audio Dungeon, you guys were in Solst. You were searching below for the portal in efforts to close it. But before you close it, you guys opted to go in because you know that inside the portal, in the threshold between reality and the nothing, the nether, this void between the cracks of reality, that the astral crystal is either formed, created, or however it gets there. You guys chose to go in, and when you went in there, you found some sort of muck monster that was there, that's leeching off of the astral crystal that's there. You defeated it. And at the end, the gnomes that were with you, some died. You lost Alexander that you just met, this vampire. And you started having the gnomes start to gather the astral crystal with the devices they have. And when we ended the episode, a figure walked up in the distance that looked like, had like a red sash on. It looked like someone who's been living in the wilderness for a long time. And it was revealed at the very end that it was the loot. We now continue from that moment.
Cool.
Welcome also to Richard and to Charles below us, our super fans that have been playing along with us, and they've been killing it because thanks to them we are moving the story.
To be
along
fair, not
amazing
not
ways.
everyone volunteered to walk in there. Some of us got dragged in there.
That's true.
True.
That's true. So the loot, we begin now with the loot has played his song, and you see the muck monster kind of disappear and kind of fall into the ground.
Does it look like he's violently disappearing into the ground, or does it look like he's just retreating?
Retreating.
Okay.
Like dispersed, like broken apart. And maybe there's not happiness there.
Or let me get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not pain, but it's a negative effect that's being felt by this monster, and it just kind of goes down into the astral pool, whatever you want to call this.
But these characters, we've never met the loot, right?
You've never met the loot as these characters because loot
Died.
died.
Right.
But your characters, again, because of your Starseeker abilities, you remember the loot. You know who he is.
Okay.
And we talked about you have a very strong memory now. It's not like the old quest where you had a sense of it. Like you have your memories back.
Except the loot won't recognize you guys.
Right.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, we're in the nether now. We don't know what's going on here. We don't know what he's doing here. We don't know
Maybe
what
he's learned about Star Seekers as well.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe he gained some knowledge. Maybe he's a
Maybe.
Star Seeker himself.
Maybe.
The loot.
The warrant. Yeah, do you say it like that on purpose?
Yeah.
You always say it
The
the
loot.
exact way, and I hear it, and then I have to say it. So, okay. Anyone got a pen?
Here.
I could borrow it for a while, or okay. So the loot seems to be kind of just like in the distance. He's probably about a little bit more than 100 feet away, and he's just standing by one of the trees. And he just sings his song, and he stops singing. The monster goes away. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to start walking over to the loot.
The gnomes still all with us that were in here?
Yeah, they're still probably
And
mining.
There's 16 of us. 16 of them still pulling the astral
And they're still
crystal
working,
out.
right?
Nice.
Yes, they're
Okay.
they're still collecting any kind of astral crystal they can. They were at 30% when we last talked. They're still doing it. It's going to take them some time.
But each of the 16 gnomes have a pack that works, right?
They
Yes.
do now, yes,
Okay.
because you recovered so many gnomes with more packs, so you're fine. You're gathering a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no issue there.
Yeah, I'm going to start quickly walking over to the loot.
Got it.
I'll stay close to the gnomes.
As will I.
Okay,
In
so you
fact,
start walking
we're gonna
over to
be
the loot.
Heading
As
back toward the portal.
You walked out back towards the portal.
No, we're making our way back toward the portal as they're
Like
Collecting.
the gnomes, slowly.
Right. So you guys, with the shield that Brooke has made, not the shield, but the aura protection.
aura.
You had her move over in the pool, but like centered there, and that's kind of your new
Mhm.
base of operations.
Yes.
So if anyone's leaving that aura, let me know.
Yes, I am.
So you leave the aura drops for a moment, and then she puts it back up the next few seconds. And that happens every time that somebody leaves that aura, by the way. Is anyone, just to be clear, to make sure I understand, is anyone leaving that aura you said you're going back towards a portal. Are you getting
We're-
out of the
we're-
aura?
No,
Okay,
I'm
so you
gonna
just
get
want
to
to
the
be as
end.
close
I'm
as
gonna get to
possible.
the end. We're getting close to the portal. That way, if
Right, you-
anything happens, we're out of there.
Right, you want to just save some space. Okay. You start walking over. Now, in the distance, you see another figure walking in. And this figure seems to be smaller and just kind of making their way from like the outskirts of the reality nearby.
When you
Okay.
say,
And it's Ruby.
Hey!
Wow!
Melissa Minotti, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome.
"Oh my God!"
Surprise.
I had a feeling she was in the house.
Yes, come on. How you doing? What's up? Wow, Ruby.
We're in trouble now.
Hey.
Oh yeah, chaos has arrived. Hi, Melissa.
Welcome.
A surprise guest, and it wasn't Rob.
Right.
When,
That's exactly.
when you said a smaller figure in the distance, I was like, "It's Arky."
Oh, do you think Rob is
man.
coming in?
Yeah.
Nope. Melissa Benatti, welcome, Melissa.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back. You have some dice there.
Thank you.
I'm just going to give you a quick little character here. She represents Ruby. And you guys see Ruby, the sprite, coming in the distance. Now, the last thing your character remembers was what happened in the realm of shadow. Remember, you fell down underneath in the temple. And it's a sore spot, right? And
Yes.
since then, you kind of woke up to like a purgatory-ish kind of like in the void of like nil space in the nothingness. And you travel around, and it's a place where you almost have very little control over your surroundings. While you're there, you came across the loot, who I think you've met before in Quest.
Not. I don't think not as Ruby.
No,
I-
not
no,
as
I-
Jacinda, I think briefly.
Yeah, as Jacinda.
Maybe.
You know who he is out of game. You know who he is.
Yeah.
Okay. So you encountered the loot, and the loot seems to be like your character died, and you seem to have almost like a little control over how you interact with your environment here, because it's not like a physical existence where you just want to go there, you walk there, you go, and you don't have the control where like you might be able to go by thought. I want to go here. I want to go there. Right. Because that is, in a sense, what you're doing. So you can actually walk. If someone had that kind of control in this realm, you could walk and then go wherever you wanted to in an instant, right? You've learned in your time, you met the loot, you have knowledge of who he was, and you're not really sure. Maybe you know about him, your character knows, but also it seems deeper than that. Like you get more of a sense of him. You guys befriend and just start traveling around a bit. And your existence is unknown to you because it seems just like, why are we still here? Why are we dead? What is this? Is this an afterlife? Is it good? Is it bad? We don't know what to make of it. Time is literally perhaps not linear. Maybe it is. You don't know if time has any meaning. You don't seem to be aging. You're not sure. You could have been here for 1,000 years. You could have been here for 3 years. You don't know. Basically, you're surviving, and you at times you eat. Sometimes you don't really need to eat for a while. Sometimes you just find yourself just traveling without end. Sometimes you just kind of just rest in a spot, and it's unsure what's going on and the purpose of your existence. But one thing for sure, you are in some sort of limbo.
Okay, so I can travel like at will or no? I can travel at will or no?
So it seems like that you have partial control.
Okay.
So in one, I was saying before, one aspect, there might you guys, after having a relationship of being like, these friends just kind of caught, like unlikely friends in a way. you believe that there's probably a certain kind of being that can travel around everywhere they want to go. There's also beings that are here and might be trapped in like 100 by 100-foot area. They have no control.
Okay.
You find that you and the loot are somewhere in the middle,
Okay.
and you don't know why, but it's somewhere. It's almost like you're not trapped. You can travel between other existences created in the void, however fleeting they are.
That's interesting.
So ask me a question about it, and I'll answer that.
If I travel to an existence that's temporarily open and it closes while I'm in there, do I then cease to exist completely? Or do I go right back to the void?
In the times when you've traveled, you found that you never go into non-existence, even if you fall into a situation like that, and you're almost bumped into a new one. Perhaps perhaps if there's a local sense where something is nearby, perhaps you're bumped into that. You can't really understand the determination of where you go and why you go to a specific one.
Okay. So I can't. It's like it's almost like I'm not dying again. I'm just getting bumped either to
Right.
a parallel place or back into the void.
You haven't experienced a supposed death where somebody stabs you through and like you might die, and what would happen? Either you're afraid to do that, or you don't want to do that, or that doesn't cross your mind. It's up to you. But you haven't experienced that, but you are experiencing the fact that it seems like there is sort of a blocking that protects you from non-existence.
Okay.
So this place is all environments, all terrains, all different and unusual things. Okay, and we'll talk about more. There's more that I could tell you, but I won't tell you just for the sake of the show, so that when you interact, I could tell you with them and such like that.
Okay.
But the loot is somebody that you've learned to trust, and he's just he's someone that's really helping you survive. You have had to go into battle a few times, and you're thankful that he is there. Okay, so I've given you a very short little sheet here. You can pull out your dice, and basically what that means is, let's say you have a strength of 2, which you do. If I said roll a strength check, you would roll 2 dice. It's
Okay.
always a d6, right? Now, see the bottom 2 say R5?
Yes.
So those are your triggers, which means that if you roll those dice, 5s and 6s are successes for you. If it doesn't say R5, that means only 6s are success. So
Okay.
on a strength check, I would have to roll a 4 and a 3, it'd be not successful. If I rolled a 6 and whatever, for example, then that would be 1 success. If I had an R5 and I rolled a 5 and a 6, they both count as successes.
Okay.
That's the only thing you have to worry about. And if I ask you to do combat, I'll tell you how many dice to roll. You add those together, unlike what I just told you. If you did combat, you would just add them.
Okay.
That's it. I'll take care of everything else.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you guys see a sprite coming up, and your first thought is that it's Val.
If
then
it's
you
not
realize
gray,
it's-
it's not Val.
Right, and as the sprite gets closer, you see the sprite go up near to Loot, and it's Ruby.
So they just appeared from like nothingness, or
Well, you can see, the nothingness is further than that. It is more wild, more forest, more swamp before that.
They came from a
They just came from an
this,
area.
Like, does this like realm function with like star pathing, kind of?
Who you're talking to right now.
Oh, well, I guess would I be able to feel if that's a thing that's happening here?
You don't feel anything like that.
Okay.
I can't give you the answer.
Can I,
He's like, he get excited. He
Can I
just wanted
try
to
and
know.
can I try and star path
You
down here?
should reach out with your feelings.
Right.
I'm gonna try and star path down here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try that. See if I can see the limits of where we are.
Okay. So you're walking over to Ruby and the Loot. You are within the circle around Brooke's character,
Yeah,
Ayana,
I'll
Me
get out
too.
of there first, and then I'll try it.
and that's where you
I'm
are
staying in the circle.
as well. Okay, everyone else is there. Okay, so you try to star path. Take a roll. And I believe the star path you use spirit.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
have
Yes.
1, 2, 3,
Oh my
4,
gosh.
5, 6, 7 successes.
7
I
successes.
have R4s in star path.
Well, sweet Jesus,
I'm made for this.
you can see through old time right now. 7 successes. How many dice did you
10.
roll? Oh my God, man. Okay.
He's a
So,
star
You
uh,
made the game.
He's got a high wheel.
you have the slightest sense of out points.
Ah.
With 7 successes.
Yeah.
A
Wow.
slight sense.
You have a slight sense of different out points around, and I will tell you it's 7 out points.
7 out points.
For 7
7 out of 7.
successes.
Yeah. So you actually could sense these out points, and you're not sure if they're viable, if you should use them or not. You have no other sense of the fact more than the fact that it exists.
Okay.
Let's go over to Thaxis. You're walking up to the loot, and you see Ruby coming up behind him.
Loot. Ruby.
Texas.
You know me? You recognize me? Loot, do you know me?
I do know you, of course. There's many different existences, I would say. Good to see you.
Hogar.
Yes, but unfortunately, in your last existence, it was quite a problem.
Well, yeah, sorry about that. I give him a hug.
He hugs you too.
Hey, Ruby.
Hi.
How exactly? How big are you? This big?
2 foot.
Is it how big?
2 foot.
3 foot? 2 foot?
3 foot.
2 foot.
2.
2 foot.
2 feet tall, and she's obviously hovering.
Okay.
So you can actually hug her pretty easily because
Yeah, I'll do that too.
she's conveniently hovering at your height.
Are you sure it's 2 foot?
How did you guys wind up here? How long have you been here?
Hard to say. We've been traveling for a very long time, and I don't know. Ever since the Realm of Shadow, it seemed to just have ended up here. This is the after.
The last thing I remember is falling into a pit with a bunch of zombies, right?
Terrifying.
That was the.
Your voice shifted 3 octaves.
I'm gonna clip that. Zombies. Right? Sweet cheese.
You
You
just
just
summoned them.
literally just turned to a zombie on the show live in front of us. Yes.
That's one of the things that happens when they bite you.
Apparently, you become 3 octaves of zombies.
She's been in the nether too long.
Right. We've been traveling around since. I don't quite remember how long it's been. There's no real sense of time here, but it's hard to move around here. But I know that we were traveling nearby, although there's no way of direction. But I sensed something familiar. I believe Ruby sensed it as well.
I did.
Us?
Yes.
It must be. I don't see anything else around here.
What is this place?
It is somehow
Beats me.
nothing and everything that's left over behind. I thought it was some sort of afterlife, but it doesn't seem that way. When we talk to others, they seem to be lost.
Others.
Yes.
We're not the only ones.
Who else have you seen here?
We've come across like small civilizations of people, and sometimes weird creatures I could not even describe to you. I even encountered I don't know, species that I believe are from somewhere else.
We've had to be in a couple of fights as well.
Yes.
It's a dangerous place.
It is both
Sometimes.
dangerous and not dangerous, yes.
Have you seen anyone else that we know here?
I have not.
Not yet.
No.
You're the first ones we've known. Did you die?
No.
That is why you seem different.
Then how
You-
did you get here?
Are you physical? Did you travel here?
Yeah. A portal opened up. It was our job to close the portal and cut off this place from Andaria.
The
but
portal is open.
yes.
Where?
Point over to the portal.
Maybe try to traverse it.
We came here to collect some astral crystal before we closed the portal. This stuff is all over the place here, I assume?
I have no, it is not all over the place. I perhaps may have seen this once before, but I'm not really sure what it is.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's very, very powerful back in our world.
What's it used for?
We call it star seeking. We can travel between planets very, very quickly.
But what is this?
This is astral crystal. It's
What's it used for?
considered fuel.
a fuel for gnomish devices.
Kind of, yeah.
I must imagine it's very important for you to come here for it.
Very, very important, yes.
Can travel between worlds?
Very quickly, yeah.
You have seen other worlds.
Yeah.
It must have been a great many years that we've passed.
How long has it been? Okay.
80 years.
Is it about 80?
80 years. Since the end of Knights of Andar, been 80 years.
So you probably would say like nearly a century.
You've been gone for almost 100 years.
What?
How
Incredible.
long does it feel like you've been here?
It feels like
A year?
yes.
And a half or so?
I would have guessed a few years, I would say.
Is there any way for you to tell time while you're here? Is there a sun? Is there a moon? Do you get
No.
hungry?
There are times of our existences have a sun or a moon, sometimes more than that, but it's not based on anything.
Do you get hungry?
We have eaten. We do get hungry sometimes, but there are times when we eat and times when we don't.
Times when we sleep, times when we don't. It's not really consistent.
Would you like to come back through with us?
I would love to escape here, yes.
Come say hi to the rest of us.
Okay.
Is it everyone?
Who's here?
Some of us. Not everyone.
Okay, you guys walk back over, and you see everyone here, and he goes, Botorius! This is you,
Whoa.
yes?
It is.
He goes over, he kind of hugs you.
Wow.
He sees Ayana.
The loot.
Obviously,
Wow.
he recognizes as Abyssia. And,
It's Travis now.
Mark, Travis, good to
Hmm.
meet you, I suppose. And who are you?
I don't believe we've met at all.
No, I do not know you in any sort.
Yes. I am Kiros. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
Good to meet you. I am the Loot.
Hi, I'm Ruby.
Hello, Ruby.
Well, I am eager to leave, as I'm sure Ruby is. Would you hope? I do not want to be rude to you, but I would love to see the portal.
Faxus. I've made a discovery.
What?
I found. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I found 7 outpoints within this realm.
Open,
seven
open
other
portals?
7 other access points. Yes.
We're also trying to collect some of this astral crystal. See, these gnomes here, they're collecting with these devices. Once they finish,
It is fuel, yes.
yes, we need to get it out of here. So we'd like to try to finish that before we pass through the portal.
By all means,
Hopefully it'll
spend
be
as much
very
time as you
soon.
wish.
Hopefully it'll be
Hey.
quite soon, but we should all go together.
Oh, you'd rather
Hey.
us not go through yet?
Hey,
I think
Russ.
So I think we should all go together,
Hmm.
don't you think?
Of course.
Did,
Sure.
did you say there's 7 open portals?
7 other access points. Yes. Potentially.
How many spots were on the captain's log in the tanker ship?
I'm not aware of that.
I thought this portal was the last one that we had to close on
Well,
Andaria.
these might not be
The
on
last
Andaria.
one-
That's the
That's one on
thing. They could
Andaria.
be-
Yeah.
They might go to different worlds.
They might go to different places.
There are other worlds and other temporary places that have
I
opened
think
up
this is.
around
I
here.
think this is how star pathing works. The star pathing is accessing this realm to take us to places.
So
It's
what do you want to do that you've sensed these?
I don't know. I just wanted to see what you thought about it.
So is it possible that if we go back in through the portal to Andaria, then we close it off, you think you might not be able to starseek after that?
No, I think we can. What I'm saying is that there might be another portal somewhere open on the planet, or somewhere else on another planet somewhere else.
Maybe portals that haven't been accounted for.
Yes.
Except in the logbook, they were mining astral crystal, and they had places marked out where to go.
That's true.
Maybe these are the portals.
Maybe.
That is the last one on Andaria. That's the only one we're really concerned about at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe
All right. How the gnomes doing?
Sillery hears you and he walks up. He goes, we're doing good. We lost a bunch of us, but we're collecting a lot right now.
How much more time do you need?
For us to all finish, it's going to take a few hours at least.
More hours, really?
A few hours. So if you want to explore, go ahead, explore around. Just be back here when
I
we're
don't want to
done.
leave you guys like unguarded, really.
Well, I mean, if we're in this circle here, we're not leaving.
Yeah.
You'd stay with Ayana.
Yeah, Yana nods and psychically tells you, she's like, I will stay here with them.
Uh, I know you guys seem to know them, but who are these guys? Who are these two?
Oh, I'm sorry. Who are you asking?
I,
Are you asking that?
I haven't been introduced, so I don't know who they are.
Well, I am the loot.
I'm Ruby.
Hi, how did you two get here?
I died.
I died in the realm of shadow,
I died being eaten by zombies.
also in the same realm.
Oh, well, I guess that would do it. How'd you get here?
I do not know, but it's my guess is that everything that wasn't taken with it when it was destroyed was dropped here, including me.
Um,
And me.
oh, I'm Gilder, by the way.
It's a
Nice
pleasure
to meet you.
Yeah, for Melissa's sake, this is a 10-foot tall Warframe Titan. You
It's a
can't
gnome
see
you
who's
just like
inside it.
control.
Yeah, you can't see who's inside it, but it sounds like a gnome. And
Growing
this
a
is
really big thing.
and this is our friend Dale, which is
Which
Richard.
Wild's character.
So,
He says hello. Hello, nice to meet you.
Zillary, you said a couple of hours, perhaps?
Yeah, at least a few hours.
Perhaps I should venture out and tell Christor, because last time I left, he looked like he was ready to close the portal. I want to make sure he knows what's going
Oh.
on.
Speaking of which, who's out there protecting him?
I'm going to go see.
Were you able to see how far these other portals are from us?
Is that a thing that I can see, Tony? Or
How
the,
far the
or
other
the
portals
nearest
are?
one, yeah.
The 7 things that he said.
You can't see anything with distance. The
Mm.
distance is kind of irrelevant to
Yeah,
what you
so,
felt.
okay. Distance is irrelevant, but do I know direction, maybe?
No.
Distance doesn't work in here the way we're used to conceiving it out there. It's almost irrelevant here.
What's your guys' experience with that?
Distance?
Yeah, I mean, can you?
There's no direction. Every place you walk into is quite different.
Uh, w-
Today
It-
it is this marshland that is however big it is, and we go walk somewhere else and maybe we're underground. Or we walk somewhere else and there's some sort of city that's been destroyed, or we're
A
out.
rainforest.
Yes, we've been in a rainforest a few weeks ago. Like, it changes all the time.
the surroundings change around you.
No,
No.
they changed around me. They changed around us in the sense of perhaps one is going away, like it may just start to diminish, and we have to leave. But there's almost like a way at times where we can cross to another. You can sense another is nearby, and we can cross over to it by walking there.
Mm.
And if we were to be caught in one that would change around us and disappear, we would just open our eyes somewhere else.
Have you ever gone back to some place that you have been before?
Oh, that's a good question.
Maybe once or twice.
Mm.
And it has to be something like this creature that is here, that lives here, doesn't escape, which means that its surroundings exist.
Mm.
But if it would go, it would leave.
This place is wild.
It is unusual, and I've heard of the things in lore of like other realms of existence, but this is quite different.
Have the two of you seen, maybe not friends, but anybody else that you recognized besides us?
No.
No one we recognize.
Who else do you believe would be here?
I have no idea.
Is this the first portal you've seen?
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, I haven't truly seen it yet, but I imagine it's where you say. But
I still think I should go tell Christor of our current situation. So he doesn't. He was ready to close it last time I was out there. So we don't want him to do that.
if you walk through and it's okay, we would like to leave.
I will go scout it out. I don't know, but like if they are dead, I don't know if their circumstances may be different than ours. That's the one thing.
We're
It's
not
like-
gonna stand in their way. of
No,
course,
100% no.
so- All right.
I'll go check on
Let's-
Christor. I'll see if it's
let's-
okay, and then I'll come back and I will tell you.
Let's go towards the portal. Let's go. You know,
I'll go through.
Okay. Who goes to the portal?
I'll go as well.
You go through the portal, and you see Christor is not there.
Oh. That's a problem.
Yeah, it's empty. The black vines. Just for your sake, he goes through a portal, and they're underneath Solst,
Okay.
a place that you destroyed in a past life.
Yeah.
And they're underneath it, and you see all the black vines are coming out of this enormous device, and you're in that large chasm underneath Solst. It is quiet. You hear nothing else.
There's no Christor.
No crystal.
Oh no, this is bad news.
Can I do would insight help me here? An insight check, mayhaps?
It depends what you're inciting.
I'm trying to see if he was removed from this area or if he left willingly. If there's
You're
any
looking
That's
for an
like an
investigation.
Oh, investigation? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, that.
Seems
Is that a thing I can do?
You can investigate.
I want to investigate.
Yeah.
1 success.
1 success. Because of all the vines and such, and because there's so many things to check out, you feel like I could say without a doubt that there's no obvious signs of a struggle, but that doesn't tell you much.
Can I use spirit in regards to the vines?
In what way?
Maybe tap into the spirituality of the vines by maybe touching them?
No.
Hmm.
But I
Only you had a
applaud your
diamond.
reachiness.
I was gonna say, nice.
Everybody gets one, everybody gets
try
one, everybody
with
gets one.
that.
All right, so I will go back in through the portal and I will relay this information to my party.
Okay. The loot is there, like excited to go through.
Christo is gone.
Gone.
Yeah, he's not half there.
Uh-oh.
Restores your friend.
Was this someone trustworthy?
Very.
How long was he out of the portal for?
Um,
From his perspective, he walked out, looked around. How long was he there for?
5 minutes.
He came back in.
Yeah.
How long was he gone from our perspective?
You would say not 5 minutes. Way quicker than that.
Like,
Roll. I won't make a roll. Minute and a half.
so time is moving more slowly for us, and time is moving faster outside. It's like that movie Time Trap.
Watch Time Trap.
Learn time trap immediately.
Brush up on Time Trap lore.
Destroy creators of time trap. My IP is too close to theirs.
Okay.
Any
Oh,
sign of him?
What was that?
Was there any sign of him?
I did not see any.
He's gone.
He's not there.
Well,
Who would have
uh,
who would have taken him over there? What have you encountered there?
oh, we're in Solst. That leads to Solst. Well, under Solst.
So, I mean, there could have been,
There's a number of things.
yeah. Especially
know,
down
Vampires
where
and
it is.
such.
Yeah.
I think I can find out what happened to him.
Please.
I'll be back. Baby. I'll go through the portal.
Oh man, he goes through.
He goes through.
Okay, so he goes through. Okay, you're there on the other side, looking around.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Glad I took this off. Take my cap and stuff off and take the shoulder guard that I had removed it last week. Stick it on my head because it's got a diamond in it. And I'm going to activate the time vision.
Wow. Cool.
Ooh.
When activate, you can see up to skill level number of days into the past.
Are you taking the diamonds? Are you
I'm just taking
placing,
the.
like an
no.
item like on your head like this?
Yeah.
Trying to use it?
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Why wouldn't
Is
it?
it in the diamond
If-
slot?
Why wouldn't it?
It's
If
like
it
taking
was
your
in the
shoe off
helmet-
with a diamond on it and putting it on top of your head? No, it doesn't work.
Well, if it was in the helmet, wouldn't it do the same thing?
I can't tell you the future or alternate suggestions.
But if it was embedded in a helmet and it's on my head, I could use it in that slot. So what's the difference if I swapped it out?
It's a great question.
So it don't work.
That don't work what you're doing.
Okay. What if I flip it around where the diamond's touching my head?
Mm-mm.
Still don't? That sucks.
So just you know,
Too bad.
you took the leather guard off, right?
Yeah.
Like say it's like here,
Uh-huh.
and then you went like this,
Yeah. Took my helmet off and slid that on.
right?
It can also be used as a hat.
Right.
Right. So yeah, that doesn't work. Is this
Okay.
is this equipped?
Sure.
No. It's not equipped. Is ineffective. What's your next
Well,
action?
dang it. No, I can't take it out of it. Or can I? Can I remove the diamond out of the leather guard?
If you know how to do that.
I do not. Well, I know how to put it in the suit.
You have goldsmithing?
I do not. Okay. Well, I want that idea. Tap soul sight. Do I see anything?
The vines light up. in
That
your
it?
Sight, but that's it.
That sucks. And can I investigate the area?
Sure. While Charles investigates, you guys can speak.
I wonder where
Well,
Crystal went.
yeah, I don't think we should spend too much more time down in here.
We have to get
I'm a
the.
little concerned.
We might as well continue with our quest.
Oh, you mean gathering?
Yeah.
I know. I'm concerned that we don't get out of here fast enough.
How much do you need?
As much as possible. It's very, very valuable.
So all of these canisters are full on the back of these our gnomish friends here.
It may take a few hours. We're also fighting a war on Andaria, and this much astral crystal can help change the tide.
Who is the war between?
Other planets.
We are,
Yeah, yeah.
Are we still fighting ourselves? What about the vampires?
Vampires are still around.
Are they still overtaking the world?
They're overtaking Solst.
So they were stopped.
Somewhat.
Also, the dragons are in somewhat control of Andaria too. So we're fighting dragons and
I remember your
aliens at the same
alternate
time.
ego telling me that about a deal that was made.
Well, yeah.
So you're fighting dragons, vampires, and aliens?
Yeah, we're not really actively fighting vampires.
What about the dragons?
Them too. It's more of a.
Yeah, like they want to control.
Some people don't want to be controlled by them, but
Right.
The dragons they're just out of game. The dragons are in open war with some civilizations for a while. You don't know if they are this second, but they were, if you remember
Right.
the Celestial Legend.
right.
They were in open
They
war.
were in
Right.
open war.
The Crystal
war,
Born
yeah,
with Rhaegar, things like that.
Yeah. So there's fighting.
But when don't forget when Karenite started coming to the picture, then the dragons started being like, okay, listen, we need to
Yeah, right.
we can't
common
even,
threat.
we can't fight if we do this.
Right.
Okay, so what's your investigation, Charles?
Check. I got one.
1. Okay,
One
you
six.
find the same thing that Phil found. No evidence of any kind of struggle, not for, not against. What do you want to do?
Right to the portal.
Okay, you go back through. He comes back in. He will say he fills you in to speed it up. And you guys can roleplay. You're all sitting together. Do I have Sillery is there, of course, inside by Brooks' character. There's no other NPCs I'm forgetting about that are here, right?
No.
Because Bellman
No,
left, Shock's
that's
on
it.
top. Yeah, just make sure. Okay. Good, you can roleplay.
Well,
We're in a bit of a bind here.
So is it all right that I leave this place?
I'm
You can-
I'm fine with you leaving.
Go
I
for it.
understand why you want to leave. And
I don't
want
know if
to
you'll
go
be
with us.
able to, though, because you don't have a body to connect to.
Yeah, we can't promise that you'll be safe. We have no idea where we are or what this place is.
I'll try first.
Okay.
He walks over to the portal and goes a step through, and he just walks through the portal
Oh,
and
damn.
is standing on the other side. And you see him look back. He's just like, no. He goes back through again. And he just walks through, but he's still with you guys.
What happened?
This portal is here visually, but apparently we can't go through it.
I think you have to have a body to connect to on the other side. That's, I think, one of the rules for the Nether.
You wouldn't even get over there? You just hopped on the other side?
What I did, what you saw.
You want to try, Ruby?
I guess I'll try.
You try. Same thing.
We're stuck here forever.
Is there a way to put them in a crystal? Do we have any extra soul crystals that we might be able to?
I don't have any.
Stellar crystal would be the best thing, but
Do we have any, Charles?
we're fresh out of those. They're all back in the moon.
I'd imagine that would be a way to do it.
Sillery actually, he hears you, walks over. He goes, "We used stellar crystals in these devices. Actually, when we're done, we probably could use one for something. We have to remove it from the device, though.
After we finish, will that harm the contents of the device?
I don't think so because it happens in the transfer
Okay.
on the way in.
When you're done,
Well-
we'll try it. So-
What's this plan?
Try and capture their spiritual essence within one of the crystals,
From one of the devices. The
and then
mining
we can
devices.
figure out a way to have them.
Maybe we could bring them back.
We can
with
bring them
us.
back
In a crystal.
in a crystal.
Maybe.
Their conscious will be there, and they'll exist in the physical realm.
As well as their
We can
soul.
Give them
But we'll always be in some sort of crystal form.
crystal
How
form.
do you guys feel about that?
There are other ways to obtain a body,
Like we
Yeah.
can find a
like a mech, like our friend here.
like this.
But
Put the crystal
in
in
ter-
there,
if
and
you,
you're.
but if you are dead, it might be the only option to get to where you have to go.
I mean, how do you feel? It's better than being here, but
I-
we'd be in a crystal.
I have lived like this before. We all have.
Yeah.
It's not as nightmarish as you were thinking of it. It was actually quite
Some of us
charming. at
still
one
are.
point.
I do feel like we have no purpose here. So if there was a chance for something, and I would say if something happened where it was not working right and I had no control, I would ask you to destroy the crystal.
We've done that too. It's not as bad as an existence as you might be thinking of it. Some of us preferred it at some point or another.
I would prefer to take the risk.
We'll try it.
I'd prefer that than staying here and wandering aimlessly,
Yes,
especially if it's been 80 years.
I agree. Well, while we're here with you, we'll help you for as long as you're here. And when you leave, if you could take us with you, we'll go with you.
All right then.
So you're here for a few hours. What do you wish to do in time? I know how to get back here, so if you wish to traverse this place, we can help you.
Kiro said there are a few more portals. Maybe we can find one.
Maybe we can find one. Maybe I could if I focus, I wonder if I could star path directly to one.
Didn't you try to do that before when you found the portal?
Yeah, but I was trying to focus on direction when I was looking for it. But if I try and focus in on one specifically, if I could just go.
Oh, actually trying.
Yes.
Well, try it then.
Should we hold hands?
Sure.
Is that a thing I can do?
It is. I don't believe it's required in here.
All right, so I'll try and star path to the nearest portal that I sense.
Okay, roll.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay, you pinpoint one at random, and you believe that since you've pinpointed it, you could kind of sense if you got closer to it.
I could sense if I get closer to
Like
it.
you're locked onto one. Like if
Okay.
you're ignoring the others, you're locked into one. That's kind of what I want to say to you.
Can I pull us there?
You're not sure how to do that,
Okay.
but you describe what you're feeling, I guess. I can take you there.
Okay, brilliant.
You may look at me now as a sort of bardic ranger, I suppose.
love that for
because
you.
I have the ability to traverse this terrain with my song. So he starts to play like. He starts to just walk towards the threshold of the end. So who is walking following the loot?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Okay.
Ayana stays with the.
Yes.
The gnome.
Okay, we'll see you here. Come back when you're ready.
Yeah, have fun.
Are you staying?
Somebody's got to protect them other than Ayana.
It's not an unwise decision. Okay. He starts to walk out to the threshold. You reach the threshold, and as he walks, you see the threshold kind of part, or the mist or whatever it is kind of part, and then terrain starts to like make a path out.
Sick.
And the path is amongst the nothing on all sides, which is like fog or black or white at whatever, however it is there, and you're just like walking this path, and he's leading you just through the music that he's creating.
Oh man.
You can even see it down to the stroke. That if it's a second where like the song has a little bit less of like or more time in between, the creation slows down, and then with every note, it's recreated. You guys walk for about 10 minutes into a direction.
Terrifying, by the way.
Yes, yes. This is definitely a new version that we never explored anything like
The
this.
game
right?
is rendering in real time.
Right, the game is rendering around you.
That's really scary.
Okay, so you guys walk for that 10 minutes, and I would like everyone to roll a d6.
Roll a
One?
D6.
1d6.
5.
A 1.
3.
2.
5.
So you start to walk. You're walking behind him, and he's kind of like tuning with you and kind of just leading the way. After that 10 minutes comes, all of a sudden you're standing on a rock. A rock starts to form under your feet, and then all of a sudden the area around you starts to become like kind of like stars, like space. Like you're high in an atmosphere. And you're floating on a rock, and all of a sudden, as this keeps going, everything just gradients into a reality, and you're standing on a rock that's floating amongst other rocks around a planet. And you're looking around it, and you have no idea what this planet is. It is definitely not Andaria.
Did we go through a portal?
You don't think so? You didn't see one.
I look at, stars for anything recognizable.
Do you have? There's a stellar navigation in there that you could have if you have astronomer. If somebody has that right now, this would be the time. If you have
Now's the
warriors.
time.
Don't think anybody does.
No one does.
Thank you, Richard.
Richard's like, damn, I know everyone's character, and nobody has it.
I've been
Thank you,
flying around all
thank
over the
you.
galaxy.
Yeah.
The closest one you've got
Galaxy?
would be
Where have you been in the galaxy?
Stroh's character with Helmsman.
Which is not close. You need to have astral
Mystical insight
Yeah.
wouldn't help, would it?
astral knowledge or stellar
Mhm.
knowledge. Okay, so you guys are not sure where it is. You are floating around a planet. You've definitely not seen this planet before.
Have we?
No.
Can I
And
ask
for
a
what
question, Tony?
You look at
Would
this place as being so wide, you're pretty sure that you're never going to encounter the same place twice unless you specifically try to go back. And if it still exists. You have not encountered this
Tony, one question.
spot before.
Would the situational dice that was stellar, would that help them at all in this situation?
No, it helps them to move around in it in that kind of environment. That's it.
Star pathing is a no-go
Okay.
for this.
Star pathing just tells you that you're in the spot
Mm.
right at this point.
Oh, so the star pathing is telling me that we're in the right spot.
The spot you wanted to get
Oh,
to.
cool. Okay.
Yeah. So you're rotating around this planet very slowly, and the planet looks very different, and it looks like it's been like partially like
Destroyed?
partially destroyed.
Interesting. Oh, maybe that was the event that triggered the portal to open. You said it requires some kind of several factors can cause a portal.
Interesting. Okay. Well.
Maybe it's one of our.
What else?
Maybe it's Zir. Could it be Zir?
Is there any sign of civilization on this planet?
Looking around, you don't see anything that would suggest any sort of civilization, craft, or otherwise.
Loot. Can we just continue walking and get to the planet eventually? Or is that not how it works here?
Well, now that we're here, we're in some sort of like form of partial reality.
So we're
We are.
kind of actually in space.
Yes and no.
Well, maybe we should try to look for another point.
We could.
I mean, this is interesting, but
Is it saying that the portal is? First off, maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're thinking of it as if it's the same thing we just came from. Maybe the portal exists in different types of ways.
well,
Like if we move closer to it,
this
maybe
might
that's
not
going
really
through
be
it.
a portal. Maybe, like,
Just
maybe there is
just an access point.
Right. We don't know. But I mean, we're seeing what we're seeing, but I don't know if this is anything
Is
that
there
can help us.
is there any?
right now.
Do I sense any closer? You said we've arrived here, but is there any closer
points?
point to where we in where we are? Like, do I sense a physical portal?
You believe it's the planet.
The planet? Trippy. Well, it's. I don't know.
I have to say that we have not been able to travel to something like this directly because of what you're doing and because you're physical, I guess. This is a very different way to traveling for us because we can only travel from one to another nearby. But you are able to kind of, with your ability, to slice through this place. And
Can you get us onto the planet?
Maybe you could try. Maybe you could try and start path directly down there. Can I give that a go?
you feel like you're within the sphere that you wanted to get into.
So that this was the goal.
Yes.
I think
You're
this,
in the aura of what you're feeling.
yeah.
Think of it
This
that way.
this is what I was feeling. I don't think I can bring us any closer.
Okay, so
So we're on the rock still, right?
Yes. And you're in space.
Am I with them?
If you want to stay, if you want with them, you can, or you stay
Can
behind.
can I like?
6 seconds. What do you want?
Yeah, I will be. Yeah, I'll be
Charles
there.
stayed behind, just so you know.
Yeah, no, I'd go with them.
Okay, yeah. If you don't care about Charles, don't say.
he's got Ayana
Sounds
and
like you
all
don't
the
care, you don't care.
gnomes.
He's got a. They're in a circle of protection.
I
That's
know.
what he-
I'm only
He's
messing
got
with you.
that
Can I
too.
try and move in that direction physically, like on this rock?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Okay, you step off the rock.
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
it's great.
Falls a million miles.
You starts falling to the planet.
Start falling.
Excuse me, guys. Could this place be caring?
I'm gonna keep falling towards the planet.
Okay, that's what I. Yeah.
But I want to
I
activate.
don't think you have a choice.
I want to like.
Yes,
I want
exactly.
to activate fly.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose to
wait,
fall.
Wait, wait. I want to activate fly, so I have control over it.
Okay. You fly up.
I think. Hey, should I keep going?
I don't know. You can fly.
Do one of you want to come with me?
I'll go
You
with you.
flew here with him through the portal
Wanna come
last
with me?
week.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. All right, so I'll bring him with me.
Okay.
You have to hold me.
No, you can just fly.
Oh. No, you have to hold me.
No, that's his demand.
Oh,
His demand is hold me.
fine.
Isn't this nicer? You actually can glide with your wings if you wanted to go with them. Just because I'm not encouraging you to. I'm just letting you know because it's an obvious thing.
I figured.
You want to stay or
Yeah,
go?
I'm gonna stay.
So you guys start flying through the cosmos like a Disney story.
You can fly, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly. Wow.
Okay.
I was thinking of Aladdin when he said he was gonna hold on to him.
Yeah. Okay, so you fly around the planet,
Yeah.
and all the Disney things happen. You fly through the star speckles. You make all they part from you.
Everything you want it to happen.
Everything you want to
happens.
happen as
what I
a
always
Disney
wanted.
princess
Yeah.
is now.
Wow.
It's now.
Perfect.
Right.
Should we try and go closer?
Yeah, we'll keep going down.
All right, let's go.
We're flying. We're going fast.
Yeah, you're going fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys fly. You fly down into the planet, and the planet is all sorts of different colors, from a hazy, like yellowish to greenish to like bluish in different parts of the atmosphere. And eventually, you make your way, kind of like through all of that, and you open up to a world where you can kind of see expansively around. It looks like it's in ruins,
Oh, jeez. It looks like there was an event here of some type.
and there are like towers made of like stone, some made of this of a different type of metal, and in some of them you see crystals, like similar to soul crystals that you know, but the crystals have been shattered, and they're like in pieces, and they're like half glowing and dim.
Jeez.
How advanced does the civilization look?
It looks, in some ways, super advanced. In some ways, very simplistic.
Mm.
You get a feeling that like you have no understanding of the technology that's there, whether it's incredible or simple.
Oh, okay.
Just like a lack of knowledge.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, this is interesting.
Very. It looks like this was ravaged by war or another thing. I don't.
Yeah. When you say there were there crystals like giant crystals embedded into the buildings, into the towers? You all right?
That's a good question. I'm sorry, I almost broke Phil's pen.
It's
so
okay.
I was
It's all
trying
right.
not to do
I
that.
got 80 of them. It's okay.
I've reconstructed it, and I'm back with you.
I'm here now.
What is your question?
What was that? Paying attention
I
now?
felt really bad. I thought I just break his whole
No, it's
pencil.
okay. Don't worry about it.
The crystals, are they like giant crystals that are embedded into the towers?
Some are huge. Yes.
And they're all broken.
For the ones that you see as you scan over like a couple seconds, yeah, they all seem to be broken.
Any smaller ones
Maybe. Yeah, at this height, you can't really
that are
tell.
Kiro sized that he can put in his pocket?
At this height, you can't tell.
Any people?
Ah.
No.
Any
Bodies?
dead people.
You're too high.
Should we go lower?
Yeah.
Sure. We're in there. You talking?
Okay. You guys, I'm in there. I'm in there.
You want me to talk?
I'm in there.
You want me to talk?
You guys, you guys go down and you kind of fly over it, and you're asking me what next. Your first question is: are there bodies here? If there were bodies here, there are like there's lots of debris in various places. It's possible you could be looking at bones, but it's hard to tell.
Okay.
Like bone dust.
Yeah, possible.
This is wild. Any signs of smaller crystals on this level?
No, but I am going to tell you that because of your star pathing ability, you could kind of sense where there are larger crystals. It's the only unusual thing you're getting.
Okay.
Is there anything here that we do recognize? Is there are there any ships?
Yes.
I want to go inspect the ship.
So you see large structures in the distance. You make your way over there, and you do see there are large craft that are just sitting down, and it looks like they've just been left there.
Busted.
You're not sure if they're busted or not, or just left behind.
Is there any insignias that we're missing?
There is an insignia on the ship, and
What's
you
the-
don't recognize it.
Can I draw it on a piece of something so I can bring it back and show everyone else?
It's a circle with a line through it going from 2 till 7.
Circle with a line. With line 2 through 7?
Ghostbusters.
Okay.
It passes. I should describe it more. It's not a cancellation symbol. It goes. it goes through the circle with a line that has an edge, and it goes through, and it's probably like this space on the out. It's like this.
So from what was the 2 to 7?
It's like this. Look at me.
Oh, okay. So like boom,
That's what it is.
boom.
Yes.
All right. Now we can bring that back. Any other type of writing or letterings?
You can bring this back.
We can bring that back.
Circle with line.
I got a little thing. I put it in my pocket.
Man, the Nether is full of information.
Wow.
I put it in my pocket. The letter say. Any letters or writing that I can see, or any like kind of hieroglyphics or something like that?
On the ship?
Sure.
No. Oh yeah, there are markings in a language that you don't understand.
Markings in a language that I don't understand.
I want to try to start the ship. I want to fire it up.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Okay, you go to the ship, and then you can go through the ship, but you can't touch the ship.
I can't touch it. Is it like ethereal?
It seems like it.
Okay.
At this moment, you feel like you're actually there, in a way,
But I can't.
like you're a ghost.
Oh,
I'll just come out and say it.
I'm ethereal.
we're ethereal.
I'm the
Ah.
ethereal.
Right.
It's ethereal? No.
I'm the ghost.
Right.
So there's no. So if I don't recognize any of the letter markings that I've seen,
No.
I have the insignia written down, so we can show that to someone else. If I was to see the letterings in another source, would I be able to recognize them from here later?
You don't know. Maybe.
Like if I
Yeah,
Like if I saw the alphabet and I wanted to like.
that's that language,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Should we go back?
I mean, I don't know what else there is here to do.
I do send some crystals.
Nearby?
Yes, kinda. Want to inspect?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. You rush forward and just looking for this sets of crystals, and you see a huge hole in the ground. And it must be like miles wide. And you go down, and there's technology running down. It looks like tubes that are like dimly lit, however they're lit. And you just go down, and it goes down like a mile from there. Once you get down there, you see almost like reactor-looking things. You see like a crystal rotating, hovering above something. The crystal is probably maybe like a couple hundred feet in height.
Wow.
This reminds you exactly to the T of the crystals that you spotted on Adaria that are for the gods.
Those big ones.
They're ancient soul crystals, like the ones that you've seen in the game before. And they're just here, just on it. And you see 1, 2, 3,
Oh wow.
What?
and you guys just come down in the middle of it.
Are they still whole?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And they're rotating, and it seems like this is powered in some way.
This is power.
There's some sort of power still running through it. You don't believe it's anywhere near full power, but it's still powered.
The crystals themselves are a power source.
You believe, yeah, that's
That's what it
likely.
that's what it
'cause
looks like.
That's how you know.
Is there anything else down there?
The chamber stops and it reaches those. It goes down a little bit further, and then it kind of stops. And then there's like passageways that if you were like a, part of civilization, you would travel to do different things.
Okay.
What color are the crystals?
One is an amethyst, one is amber, one is a ruby.
Cool.
Amethyst, amber, ruby. Yes.
Citrine.
Citrine. I say citrine all the time, but people get mad when I say that. They go like, "Oh, amber, right?" And I go, "Yes, amber." So now I just say amber, and literally the first time I do it, somebody goes citrine.
Well, we don't have amber in the
I
system.
know,
It's-
because I
it's
keep trying
citrine
to push pushing citrine, but nobody cares.
Amber's
Next
easier to
episode's
say.
citrine.
So fancy.
I know. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm being the fancy one when I say citrine. Just say amber, asshole.
There's no artwork around, is there?
There's no artwork in the weird.
Or statues, or like
Anime?
They could have animated their culture. We don't know.
statues or anything? Like
There's no statues here.
Yeah, statue.
statue.
There's no statutes either.
Mm.
Well, maybe Ruby and the loot can dive into these.
Mayhaps.
I don't know how we move it though.
I think this might be a little overkill for that. I think the crystals we have in the packs might be just what they need.
Okay.
Let's go back up.
Any idea where we are?
No clue. I'm
All of a sudden, the rest of you rubber band up to their positions.
Oh.
You see everything just rush forward, and you're just sitting there with them.
Oh.
In the crystal chamber?
Are they still on their rocks?
Whoa.
No, you're just standing in various places around that area.
We just moved.
Yeah,
that
happens sometimes.
Because I was thinking of you.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
It makes sense. We were at the outskirts of the limit of this place.
Hmm.
Oh, as it closes in, it pushes you.
Do any of you
Whereabouts?
recognize this logo? This symbol?
This logo.
This symbol?
I have no knowledge of this, unfortunately.
Where's
Yeah.
Crystal when you need him?
Sorry, we haven't seen it before.
Alright, so these are really impressive crystals. But
These are huge.
yeah.
Out of game. Have we seen that logo before?
I'm not gonna answer that.
You can.
I like you, but I'm not gonna answer that. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Let me check my
You're a
old.
good person.
At least you know he likes you.
Let me check my old notes.
He gave you a Disney scene. You should be happy about that.
Yeah, like what else do I gotta do? What else do I have to do for you?
Hold on. Give me a few minutes. Give me
You
a few
defied
minutes.
gravity and
Alright, I
everything.
guess we should be going now. So,
Question,
I will
Tony.
show you the
Um,
plot.
Shining, shimmering, I made it yesterday.
Does this look like the collector's crystal? Does the amber crystal or these crystals look like the red knight's crystal or the
Citrine.
collector's or the collector's crystal
What is the
that was
question?
mined? Do the big crystals that we're looking at look like the collector's crystal, like exactly like it, or the red knight's crystal being the ruby one? We've seen them.
I will tell you that this feels in all ways to be exactly the same as the crystals for the ancients on Andaria.
'Cause
Nothing
I'm-
makes you feel like it is different in any way, even the feeling of being around it.
So maybe what's happened is that when they've been mined and destroyed on Andaria, this is where they've ended up as their original full form. Can we touch it? Or do we go through it?
You go up to it. You go
Yeah,
through
I'll-
it. You can feel there's almost like a resistance when you go through. You can swing your hand through it. But it's almost like pushing your hand through water for a second, and then it comes back out.
When you try to touch the crystal?
It has like a substance to it,
Hmm.
but your hand does go through.
strange.
It's interesting that that we can go through the crystal like that, but I'm able to sense it. That's weird.
If it is a part of the Red Knight's crystal or
It's the
one
only
of those.
thing, just to clarify, the only thing that you've had any sort of physical
Yeah.
reaction.
if it is an anchor point, it could be from the Red Knight or whatever. I mean, it's maybe if you could, one of you guys can contact through it. I mean, maybe you could touch it and reach out.
Try.
I don't have those abilities, but
I'll try it. Can I technomancy through these? Use them as like a grounding point. See if I can get out.
Yeah, go for it.
Technomancy. Oh, what's my technomancy?
Are you like touching it while you're doing it?
Yeah,
To the point.
2 successes.
Okay. This is one of the special moments in our quest.
Oh boy.
As you're
Excited.
as you're touching it, you do it. You appear physically on the plane.
Ooh. So
Oh
I'm
my.
actually there. This could be a issue. Can I see them?
No.
Do we
Can-
still
can
see
I-
him or no?
Yes.
Oh, we do.
Can I Mystic Eye or Soul Sight to see them?
Yes.
Yes. Which
Just-
one is it?
you
Is
s-
it Mystic Eye or Soul Sight?
Soul sight.
Okay.
You see them. You can't hear them, but you can see them.
Can I use Mystic Ear? I'm just kidding.
I was like, for 1 second, I was like, wait a second.
That's
Mystic
brilliant.
Ear.
Mystic nose is a thing, but mystic ear, no way.
This is a problem. I can see you. I don't think you can. I think you can hear me, but I can't hear you.
If any one of you have a way of communication, I'll allow just normal talk. You have to have a way to communicate. I mean, you could do it by miming it.
We've been on here for a long time. We have no way to
Does Dan
communicate with him.
Does Dan fall down because we were flying?
No,
Okay.
because he went to the physical realm. You don't.
Okay.
You've never been this close. You couldn't get here because you couldn't find it.
Okay.
But keep thinking. Any ideas you have, maybe.
Can I?
I want to put my hand up on the crystal and the other hand out like this to try and reach it so that he could like and gesture for him to put his hand on mine and do whatever he did.
Can I Star Path back to do that?
What's your target?
My target is here, but there.
You did
Oh,
take the mention,
Unfortunately, you were in
remember?
a very unusual, unique state. that
Yeah.
You're not really sure how to get back into.
Can I sense? Oh, can I sense the port? Can I sense the portal? Can I sense the
No, the portal in the void.
No,
Somewhere else.
the one that was located in this area.
The point.
You're pretty sure that the crystals were what you were sensing.
The crystals is what I was sensing.
Yeah.
Do I
So
still?
like the portal was a portal near you. That was a portal made by a person that was specifically designed to walk through. You're also sensing the crystals as a portal because they are in a sense a gateway within this realm.
I touched the crystal again. What?
The crystal starts to like overwhelm you to a point where you feel like you're gonna die.
I'll
if you
pull it
keep
on.
going up.
Oh my god. This is a problem.
Can I? Do I still like control fire at all? Can I like just try and write to him in fire?
Yeah,
In like the air, like you know what I'm talking about?
yes.
That's a good idea.
So, okay, there you go. So you can communicate. You can now talk to each other using her fire ability.
Cool.
So you can now just talk.
Smoke signals, fire signals.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I?
It's good. That was
Can
big.
I touch it again, but this time try and do the opposite of what I did to get here? So I'll touch
Just,
it.
just do what you want to do.
I touch it, and then I try and technomancy through again.
You touch it. You touch it again. And you feel like it's so powerful, overwhelms you, and you're gonna die. if
Pull
you
it
hold
off. I'll
Okay.
pull it off. I can't just do it fast. Like, pew.
You can do it fast.
Become at a risk.
I do it real fast.
So you go like this. And what are you trying to do?
fast.
I'm trying
I
to
do it
technomancy to just go back on the other side.
So fast.
What's the other side?
Exactly what it
Remember,
is before.
technomancy works that you have
the nether.
You are something and you have a target.
The nether is the target.
No, that doesn't work. It's like trying to GPS onto the road. That's what you're trying to do.
Come on.
What?
I want to reach out. Okay,
Ridiculous.
because we can do communications.
You guys
I'm
should
gonna
come over here,
say-
it's great.
Right. I want to say to Kuro, I'll touch the crystal, put my hand up to grab his, and say, because we can say, whatever you
Communicating.
did before, try it again. But while but touch my hand. Put your hand in my on mine, and use me as the conduit, and then
do
try
that.
to do that. Or
Try
either
that.
bring me to you, or
Yes.
I'll go to you, or you might
Show
come
him
back
your
to me.
message.
Let's do that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Running out of fire juice. Okay, so you're gonna put his hand. You're gonna put your hand on his.
You love this.
You're gonna put your hand on his.
Yeah.
And then what are you doing when that happens?
I'm gonna try and do
You're,
this.
you'll both be touching the crystal.
Yeah, and he's gonna try and pull me through, or he's gonna end up here. So we'll touching it, and then I'm gonna take.
You're trying to pull him into the crystal.
Oh no,
Oh,
pull him
into
back
the
to
realm.
where I like.
Right, but into the crystal.
No.
No,
Where
no.
are you pulling him
I'm-
into? Just
Well,
next to the crystal.
I'm being the conduit basically. It's like saying I'm touching the crystal one hand out. He can then touch me and use me as basically as a beacon for him to come to.
I think he means to pull him to this realm, to the realm that.
Yeah.
Are you but so one hand for you is on the crystal and one hand
Yes.
is
Is
on
not.
it.
So
Yes.
yeah.
Wait, Richard, is your goal to get to where he is?
I don't-
or
I'm
is your
either-
goal
either
to get
or.
Him
He
to
don't
you?
know.
Either
trying.
So
or.
when I star path, I move. I don't move my physical body. I move my. Right? Is that the cases? How does that work?
What?
I would say just think about whenever you've tar a star path before.
Because it's different. Because like sometimes we're on a ship and the physical moves.
You go into the bubble then, like in
Yeah.
a warp bubble, right?
So if I star path, is that how it works? Yeah. All right.
He just skipped all the middle. He just went to the end. So what's the it? What are you talking about?
I'm trying to figure out if I star path, does
I
my
know that.
physical body move? That's what I'm trying. I need to figure that out. Yes.
You do have to try to figure that out. Yes. If you don't know from the past, you don't know now. Then
so
you don't know.
So it does.
No, he's not
I
telling
didn't say
you.
any of that. I'm
Okay,
saying that
so
I agree with you that you don't know. I appreciate your questions.
He's saying he's not telling you.
So
That's what he's saying.
I want to know. Is that how it works?
Well, every other time you've star pathed, you've gone from one point to another point
Yeah, physically.
physically.
Yeah.
Every time.
Okay. So I could probably just star path back to Andaria, and then get back to you guys that way.
You're gonna ditch us?
I don't know how to get back to your side in this way. I just know the long way around, you know?
He's going to star path to
That's
the
it?
portal, go in the
You-
portal.
You don't even know where you are.
Can I star path through the crystal to get, like, onto this mirror side of you? On the other side? I don't know.
Where are you star padding through? Chu?
Like
What's
this
happening?
mirror dimension type of thing? Can I, like...
You mean
But
the
my-
void?
Nothing happens.
Yeah, I'm not trying... Now I'm thinking about just, like, star pathing to Andaria now, because now I'm physical, so I can move that way. So... Yeah, I guess...
Yo.
Unless anyone has ideas...
I don't know, but that sounds pretty
Just be careful.
fresh.
You're going to spend a lot of this episode standing here trying
know.
to do wild ideas.
Like that sounds pretty crazy.
Sometimes you got to leave a guy behind.
But what else am I going to do?
Steel?
Oh man.
So
Steel.
we can. Well, I have an idea.
Oh, that was a joke, by the way.
See if you can start up one of those ships.
Oh, okay. I'll try that.
How much knowledge do you have about ships?
I got nothing.
God.
I got nothing. I got no knowledge about ships.
It might as well be a nuclear reactor. You have no idea what you're
Why don't
talking
you come to this side, touch the crystal,
Am I gonna have to come through?
Come
now?
through.
Yeah.
and we can fly again?
I mean, I think what's happening here is that we're all gonna eventually have to go through.
Yeah.
How?
But then how are you
Touch the
getting
crystal.
all the other stuff back
How?
that you
I
need?
I touched the
that-
crystal, nothing
What is
happened. I touched the crystal and nothing happened. He used some special ability he's got.
He touched the crystal and used technomancy.
All right, I'll try to touch the crystal.
Those noises
That's
were
a nice
impressive.
sound you made. Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Gyros, we have a problem.
We do have a problem.
Can you get me through? Can you pull me through?
I can try that.
Try it.
Okay, so we'll try the thing. You'll touch at the same time. We'll technomancy, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Three successes.
Roll spirit check.
Spirit.
Oh boy.
You realize
That's what I was doing.
My.
that you're not getting. How are you getting that stuff that you're?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
We'll have to divide up.
No.
Just
Hold
do-
on.
Oh, he wants to use instinct.
Instinct.
Do it.
He loves instinct. He's
Ah,
so
he
happy
loves it.
with
I'll
instinct.
use another.
Remember,
I'll use 3 instinct.
wait, remember, you've got to keep count. You used some last episode. How many have you got left? How many instinct do you have left? Because it doesn't really. You have to rest for an hour before it comes back.
Not that you can't just rest for an hour. It's like,
Yeah, it's
I
true.
mean, we've been resting for a long time since last week, right?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think we
No, no
rested
time
from
has
last
passed.
time.
I have 2 left. All right, fine. I'll use 2. Richard.
Come on, man.
Well, gotta stay with the rules.
Well,
Jeez, we're gonna be here all day.
for real, it's still going.
No.
Oh my God.
That's the
going.
longest roll I've ever seen. Is it 6?
2 for a 2.
Ah.
That was so
I've
anticlimactic.
never seen a roll that long ever.
No.
That longest roll in the history of the show.
You could have ended the episode there and picked it up next week.
He had enough time to sit back and relax and wait for the roll.
Can I get another roll for that? Set a record? Can I get another
Sure.
die?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Make it happen.
That's pretty good.
Oh, 5. Is that it?
Are you on R5?
I got nothing. I got nothing.
You could just try again.
Okay. Spirit check. Oh, he has to make his checks first?
I don't know.
Is this like,
Every time we have to do it, I have to do it again. Is that what we're looking at?
yeah, are you like wasting any of your points by doing this?
No.
Okay, do it again. All right, let's try it again. I rub my hands together.
Ooh.
1 success.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah, 6. Success.
You're next up. You're physical.
All right.
Oh.
Thank you.
Can you guys stop hugging this episode?
No.
That's a lot
this
of
is what-
hugging.
this
I'm
is
sorry.
what
I'm
it
sorry.
is.
Continue your Disney adventure.
So much hugging this episode.
Where are the ships?
Let's go start the ships. We're gonna make a flight of the ship.
Can we be following them?
I'm gonna turn to Travis and go.
Able to.
So how are we gonna get back?
Maybe you guys go back and then maybe be.
How?
I don't know. That's true. I was kind of guiding everyone.
Oh, well, the loot could take us back.
Let's worry about this later. We have a ship.
I'm going to tell you
fly.
now, of your sense of this, you now have this location as a location that you can star path to
Sick.
whenever you want to.
Amazing.
We don't even know what this is, though.
Yeah, but you're like
I
a
feel
got
you're like a true technomancer.
I'm
You can
killing-
travel to this realm.
I'm killing it today with that.
unlocked the checkpoint.
Right, that's exactly what you did. It's like you're in Diablo and you unlock the
But
waypoint.
only because I came here
Right.
physically?
I can't answer that
Oh,
question.
okay.
Yeah, come on.
I love
what do you
that.
want?
It's like-
He's gonna give
Can't
me
have
all
that,
the
man.
answers. Come on.
He wants every answer.
I do. I want the answer.
Bill,
Yeah.
it's because you pulled someone else through. You've now know how to do it.
Oh.
So the question is, can you now that
Don't
you've done
listen
it
to
that
Richard.
way,
Richard's a player.
can you reverse it?
Yeah,
Because you've
true.
done it one way, could you now try to reverse that
That's
and
true.
go the other way?
No, that's not why. He connected to that crystal. Now he's got a connection.
That's true.
Yeah.
Everything everyone's saying is good stuff.
You know, right
Oh.
now you know this. For you to Technomancer, you can use it from one point to another point, right?
Yeah.
You have to know the points,
I have this point.
right? And if you have another spot that is strong enough for a reason you could do it, or you know it like this one, you could do that.
Yeah.
You have no idea how to go in the between. You
Yeah.
only know how to. It's like you know how to
I'm
teleport.
skipping a lot of steps to get
Right,
here.
like someone knows how to teleport from pad A to pad B. You don't know anything about the in between.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. That's the issue.
Is one of his other points that he knows where Wexel is?
Was it? Yeah.
Yes.
I know that crystal. I know that big crystal that was over there. That's how we got
Yeah.
through that.
Yeah.
So is
I wanna-
that another point that you've got that you know where is?
Where?
Yeah, we know where the light tower is. I mean, the chronomancer tower with the
Yeah.
amethyst crystal floating around it. Yeah, we know that is. Me and him both connected to that.
Yeah, but is it the same? Does he have that as a jump point as well? That's my question.
I've jumped to there before.
Yeah, but is it like this one? Do you have it that you could go there again right now?
Oh, you're saying can I jump to that tower right now?
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, 'cause it's-
I would
You
know
know-
where it is.
You
Yeah.
know where it is, but you don't have any other connection to that.
No other connect. What do you mean?
You don't see any sort of
There's no.
spiritual or magical connection to that area. You've been there, you've seen it, but you weren't there establishing any sort of connection.
Sure.
Could he jump to souls and then go back into
What?
the portal?
You have no idea how to sense the soul's portal from now.
Yeah.
But
Can
didn't
I
he?
how about?
Didn't he go into the diamond in the chronomancer's
Oh,
tower?
I
though?
did. I connected to the diamond there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I totally did, and that was the whole thing.
Do you see what my thinking is? That now, if you're at 2 points, you can jump between.
Yeah.
It's only a
Go
3-hour
there,
ride.
and you. No, but from there he could talk to Wexel, and Wexel might know how to get into the Nether.
Yeah.
It's Wexel. If anyone knows, it will be him.
So want to start? Want to see if we can get the ship started?
Sure.
How much do you know about fixing ships?
Only you had a gnome with you.
Knowledge.
He has gear right,
Yeah, I was
is the
gonna say
knowledge,
gear right.
which
Does
is
that
the
help
ship
me?
one.
Okay, you start looking around the ship to see if you can figure out how to fix it. You feel like you don't know anything about the technology. It would take you a very long time. You have, in the past, dealt with K9 technology, but you did it because your friend helped you, Travis.
Is this K-Renite technology?
No.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are we on one of either Zir, Valdor,
I cannot answer the question.
I'm afraid
or
I
a
can't do
fifth
that.
planet, or another planet?
I cannot answer the question.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Can Keros pinpoint where he is in relation to everything else?
That's true. Can I do that? Since I have those 2 points, no? I'm getting a negative nod.
No.
That's okay.
Do I see any kind of button?
I pressed the button.
That's what we resorted to.
Is there a
Oh
lever?
god.
The MacGuffin there.
I
There's the
assume
MacGuffin
there's
button
one
there.
big button that says "Go ship go," and I hit the button.
A red one? Is there a red button?
It looks like everything is shut down, so you're not. You see some areas look like they're just black, and some areas look like there could be a spot where there's a crystal, and some crystals are there but they're broken. You feel like that you know nothing about the technology, nor possess a gun, let alone many guns. Does that say a
Didn't
gun
tie a
rack?
rack. Awesome.
You don't know. You either got that joke or you didn't. America.
Is there a screen anywhere? Like a readout?
You don't know what that is.
Okay. Is there
Even our ships don't have screens. Come on.
Yeah.
a seat?
Come
How
on,
about a
bro.
seat? A captain's
Yes.
chair.
Yeah, there are
I
seats.
sit down in the captain's chair.
How advanced
And
is
he
this
names
technology?
it his ship. Here we go. Whatever ship it's the Ace Deuce.
No,
whatever,
maybe I'm
whatever
thinking maybe
ship.
it's just intuitive that like a pilot sits down in the chair and all of a sudden
Everything just comes on and
Oh.
works.
we don't
It's
know what
the
kind of
Disney
technology
princess.
this is.
You sit down in a chair,
It's not the.
and we're now going to do something very interesting.
Yes.
You're going to roll a luck check.
Ooh,
Okay.
I love that for you.
So all you got to do is roll your luck check, and I'm going to require. I'm not going to make it too hard. 2 successes on a luck check.
I give him
If you get it, no, you cannot help him. If you get it, you will have a reaction similar to what you want.
I'm gonna give him a fate point.
No, you can't give it.
You can re-roll them. That's all you can do. You have 3 dice. R6.
My luck is 3. And I need 2 successes on the 3?
Yes, and you used all your instinct points.
Jeez.
It'd be wild if we got this.
No.
Did you get any? No.
0. And no luck.
Okay, so now you can do a fate point, re-roll them if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I'll give you a fate point.
So this is a rough
Don't forget you
reroll.
got one. You guys get one every week.
Oh, then never. Yeah, okay. Good. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that number.
Okay.
No.
Oh, I hate
No.
you.
0.
So that's it. So that was your luck roll, and it does not activate. You believe it's broken. You believe it. You believe that you
Oh,
may.
I believe it's broken.
You believe there may have been some sort of reaction here. It looks like something would happen, but no. This whole ship is powered down.
There's more than one ship, though, remember?
That's true. There are more
Dan?
than one ship.
Yeah, I like how close are the ships to each other.
You're in some sort of like starport-esque kind of place, so you can do that. But if you, just so you know, we're gonna put you guys in the back burner
Okay.
because, and you can start exploring around. The rest of you guys, what do you want to do?
Well.
What can we do?
I mean, if they're in reality, don't you think that you should maybe we should head back to where the other gnomes
Yeah,
are?
that's kind of what I'm thinking. Go back, see how they're doing. Oop.
Just do
The only
one,
issue-
but I don't know if you can return here,
That's my concern.
but I
Is that-
I do feel like you must return.
Yeah, I think
I mean, there's not much we can do for them if they're not part of the Nether anyway.
What would be interesting is if you could see if you could bring one of you guys through into there.
Will
be-
Is there another one of you that can do a similar ability?
Oh yes,
Like
that's
heroes.
that would be Gilda back at the other thing. He's got the same sort of skills.
Ah, so
Hmm.
perhaps you can just return yet.
Gilda's got similar
Okay.
skills, and maybe between the two of them, Gilda and Kiros could actually not. Gilda could be an anchor point, and Kiros could go to Gilda. I mean, because they've got the same skills.
Okay, so you guys
I
wish
don't
to go
think
back.
I don't know if Gilda's is as good, but
yeah, I think we should go back.
I think we should go back.
Okay, let us go. Okay, so it's just
I can leave a note in case they come back here. I guess burn something into the side here so they know we're going back.
I do not believe that you can affect the physical realm. No?
Could try. Try burning something into the wall and see if I can leave a note.
That
No.
doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay, he starts playing his music, and just trying to find. He just starts walking and just trying to like focus on getting out. And you see like it's almost like a pocket opens up where he goes, and the reality starts to fold away if you follow, which I imagine you do. And
Yep,
you do.
I'll follow him.
And Richard, I believe you.
yeah, I'll
follow.
follow.
You guys walking, and everyone roll d6 again.
This is crazy.
Actually, not Phil.
I'm mature.
No.
Just one,
5.
3. 5.
3.
6.
Both of you. Oh, you got a 6.
I got a 6.
Okay, what are you focused on right now?
I'm going back to where Gilda is. Because we were told we were going, so that's what I'll be focusing on, is getting back to where we were. So I'm basically focusing on Gilda and the portal that's there.
Okay, 2 5s, roll off.
3.
2.
Okay. You guys all of a sudden find yourself in like a destroyed chapel. A destroyed, not you, and not you.
Oh.
A destroyed like church of some sort. And everything around it is kind of like just unusual sky. It's like blue and red. And it seems like there's like flashing lights out there. But the mist just leads you into a church. This is kind of odd. Not what I expected.
I don't really like this.
I haven't seen this before.
Loot
I'm going to draw my weapons.
stops playing and walks through the door. And you see there's somebody in there. And they're sitting down. And they're praying at an altar.
Get closer.
I want to disappear into the shadows.
Okay.
I attack the darkness.
You guys walk through, and you see that there are lots of people in the pews just kind of sitting there, with their hands folded. Like looking forward. Some of them are praying, some not.
Okay. Is there one person we're drawn to, like, or we're seeing, like, who looks
You're
different?
absolutely drawn to the person at the altar who's not facing you, who's facing the altar. Who's kneeling in front
Okay.
of it.
So there's people in the pews sitting and stuff, but then there's somebody up at the altar.
And it seems like the person at the altar is doing their own thing. It doesn't seem like they're part of a mass that's ongoing or anything. It seems like they're praying in their own way, but this person is at the altar.
Does this being look familiar in any way, shape, or form?
Yes.
Does it look like Hadheld?
No.
Does it, so
The Luke kind of stops.
Recognize him.
He seems familiar to me.
because I'm in the shadows,
Goes-
can I
he
move
goes-
around the front?
He goes to move forward, and it is almost like he's blocked. He tries to walk forward, and he can't. And then he puts his hands out.
What's going on?
This being does not want. He has shelled himself off. We have seen this before. This is somebody is living their own existence here.
Well, perhaps we should then go the other way.
This person seems familiar. If you know his name and call it out, we will be able to enter.
I'm trying to look. Can
I have seen others do the same.
I try to get a
What
better
is-
look at the person.
Can we tell like height? Is it like very tall, small?
Kneeling down and is in some sort of like robes, but you're not getting a wizard vibe at all. You're just getting somebody who's just praying, who's like
Full humanoid size.
humanoid. Yeah, could be human, could be elf.
Findala?
Okay, so you say Findalar, nothing happens.
Yep.
Who'd be praying? Or
Caddick?
who'd be in a church even?
No.
Who was the paladin?
Reed?
Paladin Reed? No, not him.
No, one of Rob's characters. The one right before.
Caddick.
Right,
Caddick.
that was Caddick. Okay.
You said that already. No. Not
Raven?
No. Feels like someone more personal to the group.
What is he wearing?
He's wearing some kind of robes, It's almost like a stained robe from like a priest.
Is it alabaster?
No. One free fate
Master
point
line.
to someone who gains this. I'll give you 1 fate point and 50 experience points.
Is it master line?
No.
That's a good idea.
Something personal.
It's very personal to the group. Very close to the group.
Is it an ancient?
No.
Close to the group.
King Argon.
No.
He's wearing like
So somewhat smaller stature, but like a human or an elf.
he's Yoda.
Archie.
And some of you are at a disadvantage because you may not know the character. But there are definitely some of you that know the character extremely well. Especially with this music.
Oh, what Sparky?
He's a gnome.
Bludgy?
No.
Oh man, I just had that thought. That just came to mind too. It's like I
No,
hope
not
it's
Bludgy.
that guy.
Super farmer.
Who was an elf?
Findle.
The Raven?
Said that one.
Could be a human or an elf.
Would I know him?
Or something like that. No. I don't think you...
Okay.
You're at a disadvantage.
Yeah,
This-
okay. Yeah.
Am I at a disadvantage of this?
Is it the fire elf?
Nope.
Alright, so it's up to the two of you.
I'll lower the reward and give you a hint.
Wait. Is it Sirio?
No.
See, it wasn't a wizard. Didn't give a
What
wizard
about the
vibe.
one that Vin hates?
It's not
that
Crystor,
always
is
gets
it?
brought up.
Carlinger?
Carlinger?
No.
Kalinga.
Oh, that Vin. I think you meant your Vin.
No, not my Vin.
It's like, who does he hate?
It's not Crystor, is it?
No.
That'd been cool.
That'd be wild.
Damn
Damn it.
it!
It's just a yes.
Is it a player character or is it an NPC?
I'm not going to answer that. If you if you allow me to remove one of the rewards, I will answer that question. And I'll give you a good boost in the right direction.
Is it Vigorish?
Yes.
Wow.
Whoa!
Who is
There we go.
Vigorish?
Wow! I
My
don't think I
character.
would have guessed.
All
All of a sudden,
Man.
the barrier breaks down, and you see Vigorish kind of just like lean up and look behind. He is not.
Go talk to
This is
yourself.
the soul of Vigorish.
Who is Vigorish?
Soul.
Remember,
Why is it here?
vampires get their
So-
souls burnt out. So this could be the Star Seeker part of that gets left behind, I guess, when the soul gets destroyed.
So you'll have to be the one to say this because he guessed it. You're there. You're the only one that knows. So
All right.
so role play that.
I think it's Vigorish.
Okay, so he says the name. You hear your name, and it's you. It's like echoing, like someone just like knows you, and it drops the barrier around. It's not a barrier that you made voluntarily. It's just like a barrier that you're doing by yourself.
What's he doing here, though?
You've been lost here forever. That's what it seems like.
Okay.
You can take liberties, ask me questions when you want.
Is that you, Vigorish?
If I turn and I look at Travis, do I recognize him?
You see Travis, but you also see like a flash of whatever character you want to see of Scrooge. You choose. You might see Dash. You might see Botorius. Your choice. I imagine Dash would be the first one you see.
Yeah.
However, you know him best. Scro best in game is what you would say.
Would be Dash. That was from Arcane
Right.
City.
You
right?
but you do recognize that he's another person. But like
But I know it's really Dash.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Dash.
Yes, in a sense. Yes, that was me. That is me.
Is it really you in there?
Somehow, it is. How did you get here?
How did you
What?
get here?
Well, we came through a portal.
I've been here for a very, very long time. That's good to see.
And time moves differently here too.
You should know that you are not your full self. I can sense that you are spirit like I am. You are a soul.
Yeah, like me too.
Do I know that? Can I tell?
No, you just feel like you feel like that you bit into Bardot, and then everyone just went dizzy, and you woke up here.
Oh.
Man.
Oh,
That's
now
how
I
we got
remember
here?
who he is. Okay. Okay. Back on board.
So that could mean that there's all the vampire souls are actually in here. Every vampire, the soul's actually here.
Wow.
What happens to the soul? It goes to the nether.
Apparently, nothing truly dies.
I guess not.
Have you seen anyone else?
Have I?
I'll allow you to suggest 3 people, and if it's possible, and if they either are there or it's possible to be there, I'll allow it.
Oh, man.
I'll give you literally 2 minutes. You can add. You can
He's like, nah, nobody.
You can ask. You can pull everybody you want.
Lord
Anybody?
Alderon?
Hmm?
Caddock's father. Arknum could
Arcanum?
possibly be here, because if
Oh, yeah.
he's it's off that. And another one, you could always say is Bardot.
Didn't we see Arcanum though in this? Stuff?
Yeah, no,
He was
but
at the top of the
Arcanum's
elevator.
soul.
Arknum was with you.
Here?
Yes, until somewhat recently.
Wow.
He
Huh.
prayed, and it's why you're praying now.
Oh wow.
That's why I'm praying now?
He's trying to do
he-
what he did.
He prayed every day, and you could decide whether you thought it, maybe you were praying with him, maybe you weren't. But he prayed, and then all of a sudden, literally, a light opened up, and he was just thrown through it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Soul returning to a body. or pulled from here to
Who are
there.
the other 2?
Bardot.
You haven't encountered Bardot. One more. These are really interesting.
Hicks?
You could guess.
I wanna open up
You're
this
asking
door.
for suggestions.
Decide if it's somebody
Remember,
that
it
you
wouldn't
care
be
about,
Hicks,
you want to
though.
know, because
Right.
Hicks wouldn't have been the evil Hicks. It would have been the body, the good version, really.
The good brother.
Yeah, because that's what would have been ripped out. Would have been the soul of the. That's just not.
What about Gatrin?
Gatrin was a born vampire, though. You remember that?
Would that be different?
Maybe.
you don't know. There's an answer.
All right. I'll say Gatrin.
You believe that, well, I guess the compromise was that you would have known to hear. So yes, Gatrin is here.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to say that you've sensed him at times, but you haven't crossed his path.
Okay.
You missed out in a few different ones.
Better ones?
Yeah.
He's disappointed in us.
Yeah, of course I'm disappointed.
As usual.
I'm always disappointed. It's my secret.
Can we pay a fate point for pick another one?
Typical
Tony?
dad. I see myself as a father in this group.
Tony, are we allowed to pay a fate point to pick another one?
Sacrifice 3 fate points amongst the group, and I'll give you another one.
No.
I'll give you my fate point for the week.
Yeah, I'll
You-
give
you-
I'll
you-
give mine.
You guys have multiple ones. Anyone can sacrifice up to 3 amongst any combination of you.
Really? We really want to do that?
Sure, I'll do
Well,
it.
I've got
I'll give you
five.
one.
I've got
Charles
5
is
fate
like-
points. I got 5 fate points. I'm happy to give up one.
I have 5 also. You
Who's
can have
this?
one.
Okay, Dan, sacrifice 1. Richard, Phil, minus
Yep.
1 each. And go ahead.
Go ahead, Richard.
So who do you want?
It's all yours.
I want Hex. Well, the brother. I think that would be a real interesting one.
Tony, I have an interesting question. Where's my hawk?
Your hawk is not with you.
I know, but is he with them?
Your hawk, did your hawk go through?
That's the question.
No.
So it's with them.
No.
No, he means it didn't go through the portal originally, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. The hawk went through the
The
portal
Hawk went-
originally.
yeah, the Hawk went through the portal.
I think it did go through the portal.
If the hawk
Yes.
went to the portal, it's not here.
Where is he?
We believe to be back there in the marsh.
Can I see through? Can I see through his eyes?
No.
Nice try.
Reachy McReaches it.
Hey, it's a valid question.
No, it's a great
I mean,
question.
it's good. It's good thought.
Who's your
Okay, so
Who's your third person? 1 minute.
we
Or
could
fourth
go. We
person.
could. Okay, well, I'll just put it. We'll talk about the group first. So we could go like Kalinga. You could do, Kadek himself, because Kadek could be here too.
You guys split the
Um,
points,
You
guys.
could be even do Arky. Could even be here.
No, you can take. You can use my point. I don't know.
I didn't know who I like.
I don't know who would be interested.
Serio could be here.
What about like?
Ember could be here. Oh, what about the dragon? What's the name?
Essence.
One that brought Essence.
Essence, yeah. Essence or Rage.
That
Take
would
your
be
pick.
Yeah.
interesting.
What about Dragano?
No, Dracano better not be here.
Just stop right there, Dan. Just
No, we're not doing that one. But Essence could be an interesting one.
that's kind of cool.
It would make Brooke happy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Should we do Essence?
And there's no
Yeah,
way
we'll do
you can't
Essence.
choose it because you can think of nothing else. You're like, I have to
I
do
know.
this.
We'll do Essence.
Okay. So Essence is here, and you've encountered Essence before.
Wow.
You could find Essence if you wanted to again.
All right. It's a lot more souls down here than we thought.
How did you get here?
The Woot's been guiding us around this area.
I am trapped here like you are. They are not. They came through a portal.
Well, I'm trapped here with you.
Yes. Ruby and me have been here for some time.
And you traveled here.
Through a portal.
We're living. Well, sort of.
They are physical.
I could have asked that myself.
We tried to let them go through the portal, but it didn't work.
No.
If you guys want to sacrifice another 3 points, this is the time to do that.
Now's the time.
Now is the time.
If not, we'll close that option up. That option will not return.
Have I ever seen anyone physical come through here?
No.
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 I've never seen.
You, did,
anyone,
you,
like,
don't, you don't
travel
even know
through
that's a
here.
thing. It's like somebody on Earth one day walking in and they're more than we are, and you go, "What is this?" And then when someone tells you, "No, you are only spiritual, and I am actually physical," and you're just like, "What?" That's exactly what's happening right now. You just learned you are less than, or they are more than, however you see it.
Do we look different to the likes of Vigorish and the Loot and Ruby? Do we
It's like
actually
you sense
look
more
physically
power.
different?
You sense something extra, something more complete.
Through this, Dan, you just got Rob Spatero'd. I'm from a different world.
I was like, "What are you talking about?" Oh, sir. Oh man, if only Rob was here, this would be his moment, sir. Where are the directions to the building I require? Really? Well, let me tell you something else. I am from another timeline.
From another dimension.
An alternative
Blowing
version
into
of
his mind
myself.
left and right. So
Alrighty.
what do we do? What are we doing here? What do you wish to accomplish? Do you wish to? You are suffering here, yes.
I would like to come back with you if I can.
They are developing a way to perhaps bring us back, but maybe not in the form that we want to. Although I don't know about you because your body is there.
We may have to live in a crystal.
What?
He might not be able to because you have to because your body is.
You
He's alive, yes.
You might be able to go through the portal.
What?
Oh yeah, you can reclaim your body.
The portal that we came here in.
It would be an interesting one if he could actually imagine if he could fuse back into himself, because Vigorish is still out there.
What do you mean I'm still out there?
Vigorish, the vampire, is alive. Or the last we heard about him, he was in the dark. If you could find a way to join
No.
yourself back to your vampiric form,
No. I trusted Bardot, and I came here.
no, your soul came here. That is what you are. Your
When you
physical
returned?
body.
When you turn to a vampire, is that what happened?
There wasn't. I never was a vampire. I was told that I would turn into a vampire, and I just came here.
So you became a vampire.
What do you mean I became a vampire? I came here. I never became a
I am
vampire.
no master of spirituality and souls and such, but I will tell you this, that it is known to me and to many of... I have spoken with you, I have interacted with you in a
This
physical
happened.
existence.
You did.
As a vampire.
Maybe this part of you split off. It
If-
came here.
You're telling me that I am the spirit of myself.
Right.
Yes.
I'm the consciousness
I think
that
so.
existed within my body.
And you are lucky because...
How is there another consciousness that still exists within my body?
It's
No, you're the Star
your
Seeker
soul
part.
got ripped out. You're your soul.
Okay.
So
Okay.
maybe the soulless
So your
vampire
body's still
version of
there.
you is still there. You know?
Vigorish. A good way of thinking about it is this: you had a vessel. You've been taken out. You're the Star Seeker part that's been removed from that vessel. That was the end of his line. He can't become. He lost his Star Seekerness when he became a vampire. You are that bit. Scary.
You're the missing bit.
Yeah.
Trade me.
Wait, so is Vigorish, Starseeker Vigorish, different from Starseeker Thaxus?
This one's broken. See? It's loose, so it keeps opening.
You don't know the answer to that question.
This doesn't make sense.
Are you acting? Or are you in a game or out of game right now?
In game. Let's say in game.
Whatever looks good.
It's great when it's both, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever looks good.
Out of game, we were told that if you turn into a vampire, that part ends your Star Seeker on that body.
Right.
It ends
And
that line.
If you recall, we had this conversation a long time ago, and you asked me, so like, what about my soul? And I said, well, and I explained to you how
Vague
vampires work.
answer.
So then, wouldn't that have been Hogar also?
Why Hogar? When Hogar like left the world, you say?
No.
He
Because,
can-
like-
he can
like-
become
like-
a vampire, right?
No. What I'm saying is we're all star seekers, right? And we have an ability to understand who we were in past lives. So the way I see it, I went from Hogar to Vigorish. So I would see that as a star seeker. Then Vigorish became a vampire, right?
Mhm.
So then why I would think
So time is not linear outside of physical existence, which means that like you to put it up in a way that would be
Right,
more
it could
obvious to
be
understand.
Two things at once, right?
You could play. You could live your life as you and also be your son and also be your son's son because outside it's not linear. It's only linear here. As long as your soul returns to source at some point. If you have a character that lives a million years and then eventually returns, he can come back second time as somebody who was in the past. The other one doesn't matter.
Oh, I see. So Vigorish is basically like the last.
Well, on the linear existence side,
Yes.
perhaps he'd be the last, but like he could be the 8th character out of 15. Doesn't matter. Whenever, as long as he comes out, doesn't
Right.
matter. Time is just a physical thing. You asked that too, and you basically, I think you said at one point that like, so that means that, do I get my soul if something happened?
So then what happens? What happens if I go back in this crystal, in this other form that you guys have
No,
dreamed up?
I think you could walk through and pop back in your body.
You might
Well-
be able to go through the portal that we came into.
We try to leave, and we cannot.
Where's the portal?
Well, it's back
They have a
this way.
portal.
Yeah.
We're heading to it. Do you want to come with us?
You're welcome to try.
I could lead you there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
Before we leave, who else is in this temple?
Just random
Sit-
people you see sitting in the pews.
Is there anyone we recognise? Looking around the faces and of who's sitting there.
If you guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there are 6 of you. If you roll 4 6s, I will reveal to you the person you'd miss who's sitting in the pews right there.
Cool.
Good
One.
luck.
Just roll one.
Do we get to roll our luck number, or just one die?
Your luck number.
Do we get to roll our luck number of dice if we
No.
get it?
I have
No.
a 5.
Just 1 to 6 each.
3.
Doomed.
5.
Nope.
No point.
Nope. Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter what I roll. So
You may
Oh,
sacrifice.
well.
You may sacrifice a fate point for 2 6s
Someone wants us to have.
as a group.
Everyone sacrifices a fate point? Is that what you're saying?
No, like one person sacrifices, you can add 2, and then whoever wants to roll can roll. Get 4 6s total.
We gotta get 4.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It's not a high probability.
can you use your instinct on this?
No.
Let's move on.
This guy.
Who, me? Or this guy?
Both
Me?
of you guys.
You'll never
There
know.
you go.
You'll never know.
That's how I like to play the game.
By the way, well, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. Okay. So let us go then.
Yes.
Okay,
Let's go back.
I'm ready.
You guys start to walk, and you
I'm-
leave.
I'm wondering if this is the answer to my prayers.
Oh, in game, you're saying?
Yeah.
Plus, I was playing. You walk away out from the chapel. You rolled a 5 as well before. All of a sudden, you appear and you see like a dungeon appearing, and you're standing on a ledge with a group of other adventurers looking over, and on the bottom you see Ruby's body being like ravaged by like zombies. You're all standing there in that moment.
Yep, that's how I died.
Ruby, I'm sorry you're seeing this.
It's okay. That's how it happened. It was awful.
It's terrible.
I don't know why we're encountering it now, though.
When I play the music, it chimes in. It either chimes with a person or it doesn't. You've seen us work before. Sometimes it follows your mind or mine. Although we haven't come here before. Perhaps because of their presence.
Maybe.
It's a little bit odd that we're going back to a time in the past.
Maybe because we're trying to reconnect and get out of here.
It's a shame we couldn't have got your body, and then we could have tried to get you to go into it.
Where was this?
This is in a Shadow Realm,
Yeah,
underneath the Red City.
right.
Hmm.
All that sounds correct.
So you see,
Just
you see
after the Worm Wedge, invention of Worm Wedge.
You see, right, it was right after the invention of Wormwrench. You see, your soul rise out of your body, and kind of just like looking around, kind of like lost, and you start just to fly around in confusion. You don't really remember this part. Maybe you blocked it out. You don't remember, but you kind of just like go amongst the cavern of all like the zombies and such.
I don't remember this happening. I just remember appearing and waking up here. I don't think we can get my body, and even if we did, it's still dead.
Well, suppose we shall leave then. Yes.
I can't say what because my character would know this, but I know so I could prompt. Can I say add a game for Scro?
Would Scro know?
Yes. Well, Scro was there. His character was there.
Okay.
I wasn't, so I can't do it because my character wasn't there. But remember how at the end when you were bringing bodies back and and that you didn't do the roll when Ruby was next, and you chose to leave before that, but you were forming Ruby's body from the crystal of the Red Knight. You'd brought through all the soldiers and all of that there, and you had one more roll. If you'd made one more success, you would have done it, and the cabin was collapsing. I'm wondering whether or not you could, if
you
you
remember that?
waited long enough
Vaguely.
and that was formed,
Okay. So
her
when
body would be there.
So the fact that I allowed him to give it to you, and you vaguely remember it, and we're going to skip to that moment, and we fly forward, and you see, I believe it was Rob Caddick with the
Yes,
the scepter.
I think it was.
No,
So
it was
what-
Dan.
Oh, it was Dan, was it?
It was Dan. Yeah, so it was Dan's character, Hutch. So Hutch is holding the scepter, and you see all these spirits are going in, and on the whole place around is like coming down, and you see you guys are trying to like pull spirits out, and you did pull people out of this. Remember,
Right.
you pulled Argon out of here, and you pulled Knights out of the area that were kind of stuck here. So you see her soul kind of lost, and like seeing the light and get excited, you know, and then I'll let you take over. You see them literally summoning, taking the souls that are around this place and bringing them into an existence in the realm of shadow.
What are you doing?
They can't answer you or see you. You could tell they're not aware of you.
It's so bright.
I guess I try and go towards where the spirits are going into.
Okay, so you fly through as like a conduit to try to appear. You get close, and then all of a sudden you see the whole place is coming down. And as you start to come through, you see Tom's character's name?
Zerkin?
Zimker?
No,
No,
it
no,
wasn't
it's a trick.
Tim. No, it was
Oh,
Cole.
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 yeah.
Cole sees you, and then like his eyes open like he wants to save you, and then you see Hutch is like, "We better get out of here," and goes. And oh wait, you see it too. Actually, you both see it, and you see them have like a. You could tell this moment is more like, we see you, we want to get you, but we can't risk it anymore. And they both have like a knowing glance, and then they continue. You get pulled halfway through, and you're not in the scepter, and you don't go out to physical existence. And when they stop you, you go into the limbo, into the void, into the nether.
This is how I ended up in limbo.
That's what happened.
This is how I got here.
I'm sorry you're seeing this. I suppose maybe it's good you see it.
I could have been saved. I wouldn't have been stuck.
You could have been crushed too, but look at what was going on there. More than likely, you would have been crushed, gone through it, and died straight away.
Perhaps now that we are here, there's a way for us to come back perhaps in a different way.
Maybe a better way, but I hope so. I hope there's a good reason for it. Because limbo has not been great. Other than hanging out with you.
I agree. Let us continue. He plays the violin, and you guys return finally to where you began the journey today, outside in the marsh, and you see the gnomes are pretty much wrapped up. They're all fueled up, and Sylvia's there. Like, oh, good, we just finished up like 15 minutes ago. We were getting worried. We didn't know if you were actually gonna come back.
All right. Good.
How long were they gone?
2 hours something, you would guess, but you really don't know.
Could I have taken a rest?
Yeah, you could have rested. Yeah.
Did it feel
Hey,
like that long for us?
Points back.
Yeah.
Roughly?
Yeah.
Okay.
About. It's really hard to tell.
Right.
It's just perception at this point.
So can we take the crystal out and try and do the thing where you put us in the crystal?
Oh, wait. Yeah. So they start working on it, and they're actually taking the piece out of like what actually takes and gathers the the astral crystal. They're removing some of the pieces there, and they remove the stellar.
Don't you have a couple of empty ones, Charles?
I've got a place I can put them, yes, but I don't have
No,
any.
but I thought you had empty ones. Sorry.
Oh no, they all got ripped out when Brooke
Oh,
reformed the moon.
He takes it, and I would say let me have it. Put it in our hands. Maybe that'll be the best thing.
Should we hold it at the same time?
Well, no, he gives you one each.
Wait, can I just try to walk through?
My guess is you should try to walk through first.
I agree.
Do not get we will be trapped in here.
Yeah. I
for
try to walk through the portal.
You walk through the portal. I'm gonna hold that right there, because I'm gonna end the episode right now.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Thank you very much for this episode, guys. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for Mr. Banani for replaying your character,
Yay.
Ruby. Thank you for coming down. We appreciate it. Guys, this was episode 3 of Season 3, Old Souls. And we will return shortly in 3 minutes for an after show. We appreciate you guys for watching. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon. Good evening and welcome to Audio Dungeon. This is Celestial Engine, and we're in the engine room, and it is hot in the engine room, guys.
Hot in the engine room.
It's hot with lots of tea, a lot of hot tea in the engine room.
Tea.
Yes, a lot of hot tea. So welcome back to Melissa Benani, who joined us today as a special guest. Melissa, today's episode was called Old Souls. What do you think its significance is? Sorry.
At this point, I'm an old soul at this point. 80 years, I guess, being down there.
Right.
Mhm.
The loot, old soul,
Yeah,
vigorish.
it's an old soul. Yes, that's it. An
And
old
I guess
souls
there's
is
a couple others because he saw him
yes.
that he brought up, and I guess one very big one that we missed.
Yes. So seeing people again, having actually being an old soul is kind of what it is. It's like a rehappening or a revisiting of a character. How's it to play Ruby again?
So it was really funny when when you contacted me earlier and you were like, "Hey, come be on the show." I was like, I can't remember her voice, and I'm going back, and I couldn't remember how long it had actually been. I thought it was like maybe a
Did you have
year.
to watch to get it
So
back?
I went back all the way, and I'm like, I cannot remember the last time I've been here. I had to go on my calendar, and I was like, oh, it's April. She died in April. I had to go all the way back to the show in April to just get the voice back.
Is it
and
this
I was
April?
Like, oh, no, April in 2023.
April 2023. Wow.
Man.
So I had to go back that far to just get her voice back, and then once I heard it, I was like, oh, and then I started remembering
Right.
how she was and everything, and
Yeah. No, you got it. It felt like that was exactly the same.
yeah. I mean, she didn't have as much attitude, but I was like, oh no, but she's not going to. 'Cause she's gonna be more subdued. She's in the
Yeah, exactly.
afterlife,
You've been in a state where existence is very different than before. So however she is now is how she is.
Right.
So yeah, maybe she was more plucky then. Now she's more like I've been around.
I'm like, she's dead. She's not going to have so much attitude anymore.
Right. So we now learned about what happened to her soul. I think that was that
That
interesting
was
to kind of
wild.
see.
Yeah.
To kind of put the pieces together to see how she got there.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And it makes sense too.
Yeah.
You got your transition. You're halfway, and just
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Let's talk about. Okay, so we went through reverse last time. We'll go reverse again. Let's talk about vigorish. Did you guess vigorish too? You guessed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get
That
50
was
experience
wild.
points and a fate point.
Yeah.
So tell us your thoughts about the fact that vigorish is there in that form, how you felt playing it.
I'm assuming this is where vampire souls go.
Mm-hmm.
So is it from this being's point of view?
We just roll up to the table. and get
Is it
serious
just
here.
like he fed off of Bardo and then he appeared here?
his point of view? Exactly.
So he thinks
You
he
think like you passed out
died.
during the process.
and then he's here, but he knows he's on some type of different plane of existence.
Yeah. However, you think that maybe you died or you just woke up and you just didn't understand what happened, and that's for you is like forever ago now.
So now if I'm talking to somebody like, I don't know, anyone else who became a vampire, can I start to put the pieces together? Like, oh, when you become a vampire, you come here.
Right. And you're like, is it a trap? But you had
Right.
and not everyone talks about it, because they're not vampires when they arrive, right? And no one's in there like, everyone's just like,
Yeah.
instead of,
I'm wondering with next episode if it's gonna be like a Buffy type thing, where is he gonna angel back into his body and just be like a vampire with a soul, or if he turns back human, or if nothing happens.
It's gonna be a weird one.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting because he could
just
if he went back to his body, maybe the body's not a vampire anymore, because the soul's returning to it. Or like you said, maybe it'll be a vampire
Oh,
with
it's
a soul.
Yeah,
something like
from
that.
Buffy. Yeah.
Yeah.
remember Arcanum had 2 souls.
I was gonna bring that up too. We saw a strange thing
Oh,
with,
that's
with
right.
the character with red eyes and 2 souls.
Well, you know
and-
that Arcanum was with Vigorish, and a light appeared, and he went up.
So what do you think happened? Now you begin to piece together this part of the plot in the after show.
I mean, it
Got it,
seems
yeah.
like if he had 2 souls,
He had 2 souls.
Arcanum,
Okay.
the soul that's separated from his body when he became a vampire came here, and somehow he got called back up, went into his body, and then he had whatever consciousness or whatever soul or imitation of a soul that a vampire has was still there, and then his original soul went back in his body, maybe. But I don't know how, if that's true, he got called back up.
You're reasoning that one soul is a soul he lost when he became a vampire, and what is the second soul?
Whatever exists within someone when they're a vampire.
Well, is it really two souls, or does your soul just split when you become a vampire,
So-
and then part of it goes to this another world, and part of it stays in your body, and then when you come back, because
So-
part of you is a vampire, and now the good part went to wherever, is now comes back, is now it's two souls.
Yeah.
So we've talked about it, and I kept narrowing down as I explained it. And the last time I explained this when it came up was that it's literally like the small light of the tether that's still left, in a sense. And in this instance, before they came down here, they saw Arcanum was there, but in an altered state, had red eyes, and when they use Soul Sight, they see there were two souls on, like leeched to him.
But you couldn't tell if they were both his.
Well, they believe that the another one is something else. That was the thing. That was
The Gliggendock.
pretty much confirmed.
It was like the Gliggendock was in there, and then that somehow pulled the soul back into, like Arcanum's original soul, back into the body, maybe to help itself tether there. Maybe the Gliggendock needs something to tether to, so it's brought a soul, an Arcanum soul, out of the nether into
So
back into the body.
That's still a mystery.
Because we don't even know where the Gliggendock came from. The Gliggendock could have been coming out of the nether.
So what was it like to play Vigorish again in that way?
A little strange, because it's you just get the feeling he's just been hanging out here.
It's
not doing very much.
It didn't come in, it didn't come off as like a horror vibe or anything like that. But this is also like a Black Mirror episode. It's similar to, which is the one where they take this girl and they give her this device, like a Google, that's going to control her home for her. Right? It runs the temperature in her house, and in the house.
Oh, that's White Christmas. Yeah.
That's the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she becomes the AI that runs her own life, but like to her, this is her. And she's like, who is that? And then they punish her and to kind of make her conform to it, and then she eventually accepts, okay, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. Her existence is doing that.
Now I remember that episode. Yeah, I remember
I had to
that
stop
episode
watching
now.
the show because that kind of stuff is too much for me. My brain is too far out there, and
That's one of the best episodes of the show.
It's a fantastic
if not
episode.
the best.
That one and the museum one.
Oh yeah.
The museum one.
The one that
creeps me out.
they either did the sequel to or not. The one where it's like a Star Trek one.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
That was a
similar,
really
and
good
again,
one.
that is frightening in
It's
a
great.
level that is like
Yeah,
beyond.
so good.
Beyond.
Wouldn't it also be that this version of Vigorish is the one where it was cut off, so it's a very naive version versus
It would have been
the
him at
Vigorish
that
that went
point.
forward.
Yeah. Right. That's a good.
Because that was before really anything happened. That was before what was it? Relic turning bad because you were a vampire when he turned on everyone. All of that there you missed because this soul would have missed all of that stuff because you were fighting the necromancers when
You were in the I think you were in the Blood Realm. Right? Remember the portal you walked into?
No, that was it was vampire. It was the necromancers in the Dark Hearts where he'd been hit by the Dark Majesty, had been freed, and then he'd smacked. I think from memory he was smacked across the room.
I thought
He was
you were
dying.
Weren't you in the castle? Oh no, it was right before that, and then you were
Yeah.
you were dealing with it in the Blood Realms.
Yeah.
Oh.
You found the castle and you were walking around. I thought I still think it happened in the castle.
No,
No,
It happened before
No.
the castle, and then you were walking
Before
around
that.
the castle in a new state.
it was before all of that.
this is a 17-year-old elf boy named Vigorish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, really naive, really young, still had high hopes and aspirations,
Right.
and then you went to
And-
the Nether.
And doesn't freak out when somebody says star seekers.
Right.
You don't
Yeah.
know what a star
It
seeker
really
is.
means nothing to you.
That's right. Yeah.
So let's talk about the interesting journey that all of you went on, and which involves Phil mostly because Phil kind of led that. This is a mixed bag of interesting, cool things that Phil will enjoy, followed by the detriment of your decision. So, Phil, if you want to lead this conversation,
Yeah, what are we What do we do?
Went on a journey.
Yeah.
Do you regret it?
No, kind of not, because I could think of like there's a bunch of cool stuff that could happen because of this.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But there's
Mm.
also like the quest now back to see if like how we do that. But if we could make it happen, that'd be awesome. Like if we could pull up with like one of those ships, like that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
I think we could do it.
I think we could do it. But like, how's the time? Like, I wonder how like the time is gonna line up. Like, how fast can we get that done compared to what they're doing? Because
I
now
don't know.
are we moving faster than them? Like,
Yes. On the outside, we move faster. On the inside, we move slower.
yeah, we're outside.
Like in Time Trap.
I guess it'd
Tony has
also
to
be
watch before
where
next
you are.
week.
Yes, I have to catch up.
Time Trap. I mean, it wasn't a great movie, but like the concept is really, really cool. There's a same thing.
Yeah.
It's like there's a cave. You go into the cave, and time slows down for you.
You know what?
Yeah, it's
Maybe
like Interstellar. Interstellar does the same thing too.
Yeah,
They have,
but
like that.
but
It's
like
like years for every minute is 7 years on the planet. something like
yeah,
that.
something like that.
didn't they just say that,
Um,
that the movie just came out or the movie just ended in terms of something like some weird time thing?
Probably.
But yeah, like it's
Yeah.
cool in Time Trap. Like if you're looking into the cave, time is moving so much faster for you outside the cave that when you look in, and if you see another person, they're not moving. That's how
Right.
slowly
That's how
time is moving from your
slow.
perspective.
It's like a black hole.
Yeah.
Right.
So then you go in, and you're just seeing like sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, like that. And you stay in there for a while, and then you see what happens. The deeper you go into the cave, the slower. Like you go through another barrier, and you go even slower.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like they wander into the cave, and they start to see like Roman soldiers and stuff.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I feel like I had a bunch of good moments this week, but maybe I don't regret it. Like, of course, we wish we were all together and it's easier, but it could be a cool thing if we pull it off and get back.
But I have no idea where we go from there, though.
Yeah,
Like if we get a ship up and running,
we star path to
where are we?
I
You
don't
don't
know.
know.
We don't know, but I can star path here. I can star path to the Chronomancer's Tower.
Yes, only because you
I touched-
mess with it
yeah.
so much.
God.
Yeah, so I could do that. I can get
Why
us
would
there.
we do that?
I can get us to Wexel, and then Wexel can help us out.
What?
Because it's only 3-hour ride from where Wexel is to
Salvation. And then another
Yeah.
couple of hours down to
3 hour
Pandaria.
tour.
This is the most
It's not
roundabout
far.
trip.
Yeah. But the big
But
thing
that
for you
makes it
guys would be is,
possible.
can you star path with Astral Crystal?
Can
We don't have any astral crystal.
That's true.
The
Is there
ships
even the
might.
ships.
The
The
yeah.
ships. Yeah, we have to keep our fingers crossed.
I mean,
I
but
do
also,
gotta-
You have two guys. Nobody knows how to fix anything, but like they're so optimistic. This is real life. It would be like, what the f are you talking about? I don't know how to do technology. But
Well-
in this game, you're like, this is an alien craft. None of us know anything to do with this. You just figure it out.
No,
You just keep
my
pushing
guy's,
buttons.
my guy's confident. I'm a pilot.
I'm not.
I
I'm
know
a,
ships.
I'm a little nervous.
well, I will say Thaxis also does have the advantage where he does know devices and he knows the gear right, which is the ships, all the ship repair type stuff. He has knowledge of that type of stuff, so he also knows how to do the power allocations and all that type of thing. He does
It's
have the skills
interesting.
for it.
It's like,
but
between me and you, do we have the skill set to get back on to where we have to be? That's kind of maybe we do. Maybe we could do that.
I love how you're like, no, you can't. It's not gonna happen.
I've seen the character sheets.
I mean,
Yeah. Do
maybe.
you have mechanic?
I'm not saying you can't have success.
You don't have
You
mechanic.
could absolutely find success here.
Or
now,
failure
stranded here.
or
Or we
failure.
wait here and have a
but
nice
the
life
worst
together.
part here is, do they have food
Right.
and
That's gonna
water?
be the biggest problem.
do we have food in the Nether?
No, you're
We
not in the
weren't there
Nether.
that long.
You didn't need it in the Nether.
You're not in the Nether though.
Right. Anymore.
I do have a question for
We're
Phil.
gonna figure it out.
Question for you, Phil.
What's up?
Do you have the fate skill on technomancy?
I don't think I do.
Oh, too bad. That would have solved. That would have solved your problem.
You finally got what you
Well,
wanted. Charles.
actually,
Get out of your hair.
No,
You finally
but he
get it.
does. But he
Yes,
does
it-
have.
yes, it would have.
Too bad.
What is it?
Quantum leap would have actually took him away where he wanted to go.
Quantum leap.
Is-
Say what it does.
Quantum leap takes you physically from one connection to another connection.
Maybe I'll have that next week.
No,
Dun, dun,
He's like, no, you can't read it.
But he does have Wizards Council, which does
Such a
mean
good
he
mo-
could
such a
talk to
TV show.
any mentor wizard that he knows. So technically, he could
Oh
just
man,
do
you
that.
can
too.
you can just contact the Dragon Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. That is the other thing you've got up your sleeve is you have the Wizards Council, which
Check your
seemed
character
like
sheet
a
out sometimes,
really
it's pretty cool.
silly.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I knew about that. I
it's
knew
like
about that.
it seemed like a silly skill when you're looking at the fates because you go, oh, when am I going to use that? And then this situation comes up,
Yeah.
and it's going to be in a pocket dimension. So you can speak to your wizard mentor in a pocket dimension for up to a
There you
minute,
go.
out of game, nothing else happens, and
Come
he
save
could
me.
get you back.
I
Pretty
mean,
much.
We also
Yeah,
use a fate point to just become
And then just go wherever
a
we want.
past
Yeah.
character.
I just open a
he
portal.
could
and
do
just
that too. But
Go back.
You could.
I could.
remember, if he tries this, it's only for one round, so it may not work to do that. But if he does contact them, and then that character comes, then that character
yeah,
doesn't.
The character. I could talk to him, and maybe he'll just like, and then we just
Just like that.
just like that.
You're in Schmear.
Pretty sure teleportation don't work that way.
Oh yeah, but remember,
Tony,
because
what's
you
the
turn
roll
into
for
the older
written?
characters, it'll be different
He loves
rules.
it.
Spirit.
Spirit.
So,
Yeah.
we talked about everything here and what you guys went through, the journey you went through, which is very interesting. Let's end the conversation with a talk about the Nether as a whole. What do you think about the Nether? Its weirdness, its existence, how it connects to the story and everything else. Talk about that.
I think it's cool. It's kind of like we're looking at the stitching of a sweater. You know what I mean? Like
Interesting.
we have the reality is the sweater, but like the stitching that's holding the sweater together is like the nether.
So you're
kinda.
saying the fabric of reality
Yeah.
comes together like the stitching
at the stitch and the stitch is where
as
the
the
portals are.
lute plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
How do you
lovely
like
loops.
the fact that the loot can lead you
I
through?
love that. I think that's cool.
It's
with-
very
with the
cool.
music.
I like it.
Maybe it's because I watched the movie yesterday, but it reminds me very much of Harold and the Purple Crayon. But like the loot.
Oh, I saw that on Netflix.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I feel
also
as
read
though the
books,
Nether
but,
is
like,
a
it does
is a
remind me of that, like with them playing and everything.
crayon
it's like
is
the
sort of-
crayon
Is the crayon
drawing.
creating
Yeah.
things?
Creating reality as it
Cool.
goes.
yeah. I feel as though the Nether is literally where something's happened and it's done a snapshot of reality, and that's what's when you appear there. That's what happens when the portals open. Reality's kind of bleeding in all the time, so it can be anything. But the closed Nether points are like something was there. It's captured a snapshot, and when it was closed off, that snapshot stays there as long as people are there.
Yes, and if you notice, what I like to do in this story, in this whole now we call it the saga, is you see things from the first perspective, which is magical, spiritual, whatever it is, and then usually I go back in after and I explain to you the why. So you get to live both existences of it's magic, and then here's the science of why it's working. So it's in essence it's both. Because I feel like reality, which we're kind of like going through in this quest, we're discovering why things are the way they are, the condition of being human and being mortal. We constantly have these moments of finding out how things work, and you're seeing how portals work, how magic works, how the spirit works, like that. Like if you think about it, with the going through the Nether, you're literally getting the full complete circle that you could explain it if you had to go in front of a class probably and say, so the spirit is here, but this is where it goes through, and this is how this happens, and that's what by the end of the story, you kind of want somebody to know all the physics, all the laws of the universe in a sense.
It's interesting. There's a way out if you pray hard enough and things like that you can get out.
Maybe
Maybe.
that's a possibility. We don't actually know what happened with the Glegendock Arcanum, his soul, and what took place there, but 100%. And his perspective, he prayed and got out.
Right.
And what's happened on the other side? Did that work? Because maybe it did, or maybe something else.
We're not
happened.
sure.
We don't know. Last thing. Talk about the crystals you found on that planet.
Oh man, the big
What do you think about those crystals?
epic
Pretty nice.
ancient
Or
style
Former ancients.
crystals.
What is
Or-
that planet?
Former ancients.
What planet is it? I'm not going to answer that question.
I think I know.
I
Okay.
mean, it's interesting that there's like every other crystal on that planet is broken except for the 3 gigantic ones.
Could those
Three
crystals
crystals.
have been originally ancient crystals that were like taken and relocated to where they are, or not.
Say that one more time.
So
Oh,
those
I see what
three
he's saying.
crystals we found today, could those have been like relocated from
That place.
someplace else, and possibly?
Oh, somebody else input there.
Right, like could those possibly have been one or more than one of the crystals of like the ancients of Andaria?
Are they the crystals of from Indaria from the ancients moved to this place?
Possibly. Like,
It's a
could that
great
be right?
question.
Right. Or are they,
Or is it the
from
other way
someplace
around,
else, or from
Scro? Or is
yeah.
it the opposite, where they formed there and then they've taken
Been
to
taken to
Andaria
Andaria.
and they're tied there? So this is where they originally were from.
That's possible too.
And
Were-
that's so this is like this was Zaire, for example. We know that the Red Knight came from Zaire, from Zaire,
Right. So
and
it's almost
other
as
ones
if
came.
these crystals could then have potentially have been one of those
Yes.
crystals
Did they?
had they originated at this place and then maybe went to Andaria, but who knows? I mean, they
Did
could
we
have.
even look to see if they were damaged? Like if anybody even tried to destroy them? No one looked, right? We didn't
like
ask that
those
question.
saw
Those
today.
crystals don't look damaged at all.
They look.
Okay.
Yeah, they look good.
Those large crystals.
Remember you told us about the first 3 star seekers?
Mm-hmm.
They were gods, planets. And our
Well, they
am I getting this right? Andaria?
they weren't when they were star seekers. They weren't gods.
Right. I'm saying they leveled up.
They leveled up. Yes.
Have they leveled up to crystals? Is that what you're asking?
And
No,
what
no,
did-
leveled up from star seekers to ancients, and they got their crystals. Then maybe they leveled up even further
I
from
wish
there.
Brooke was here because Brooke would add more.
Am I on the right track here?
You're saying something very interesting to me.
Good.
Could
You're
this
on
have been
a track.
Draganos and
Leaning on my left
Daria's?
arm.
Could this be Draganos and Daria's and Andar's
Andar?
original crystals?
That's what I'm asking.
And then, as Dan said, they've leveled up, so they don't need that crystal anymore. They move up to another star, I guess.
They leave their crystals behind.
It's an amazing question. I will
He's
follow
not
up.
gonna answer that.
Will follow up with. Do you remember a comment that the Red Knight made about a certain planet?
Oh boy.
E- w-
That they
Well-
were from someplace else, right? Weren't they from another planet?
Well, so going along with what he's saying, yeah, they were from Zier mostly,
Right.
and
The Red Knight.
the Red Knight was asked, I think, by Brooke, which is why I say Brooke should be here,
Mm,
about Zier in this case, and Red Knight said something about Zier,
Yeah.
about what he thought of them.
What he thought
I
of
kind
them,
of
or what he thought
remember.
of
I
Zier?
remember that conversation.
I'm not going to
but I
tell you,
don't
but
remember.
I'll you could just feel
have to
free
go
to
back.
text Brooke and ask her the question if you care. And then if she remembers, it's just an interesting little tiny clue to what you just came across.
Okay, I like it.
But you absolutely found crystals that look and feel in every way as an ancient crystal. Did they come from Andaria to that place? Or are they created or naturally created, artificially created in this place, and they went to Andaria? Is this Zier, as you're thinking, or is this some other planet?
If it was there, it could be this is like Andaria's original crystal, and Andar's original crystal, and then when they've moved off, you transition from one crystal to another.
And why would they have crystals at this point?
They wouldn't have. They would be detethered from those crystals. They're not part of it, I guess. It's what was, because they had that cycle where they were being reborn on that planet, and they were the same one. They were Star Seeker, and they were going through. And maybe this was just a natural thing. They've gone to the Star Seeker level, then they've moved on from the next one up, and they don't need it.
Sounds like
Right.
some plot holes in your thinking a bit.
Why? That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Do you have a crystal?
No,
Are you a star seeker?
Yeah.
So why would they have one?
because eventually they leveled up to the point where they became an ancient. I'm a star seeker, but I've never been an ancient. I've never played an ancient. So therefore, I would not need a crystal.
And
But
when did the ancients become ancients?
I don't know.
When they were their power was forged into the crystal, and they were made them into crystal. Basically, took their power and put it into a crystal form. If I remember rightly, from way back when it first started, all the ancients' crystals were formed by taking basically their power, because they were untethered originally, and then they were forced into their power was forced into a crystalline form. Unless I'm wrong,
Yeah, but
I
we don't
vaguely
know a
remember
lot
it. It
about
was
that.
way back.
Yeah, about that exact process and
I think
It was never really explained.
You're all dancing around some interesting things.
yeah, but it's not something that we've really covered exactly.
I think it's
mean,
been
we know that
mentioned
they
like
had the
season
ancients had
1.
these crystals that were
You know this,
like
that
part of their
Andar
power.
made the crystals for the ancients in lore. And then you know after recently that the Red Knight was asked by Andar to come to Andaria to kind of be like an ancient. And that's how the ancients were being created. Which means that they came and I mean, I'm saying it's according to this. It would allude, I'm not saying it's correct, that they came and at some point in the process, their power wasn't just given to them. It's not like I just say, like, you have infinite power. I go, okay, you have infinite power. And I go, oh, no, I'm going to tie your power to this crystal.
Maybe they weren't a star seeker.
So wait, you're saying it didn't happen like that, or
All I did was tell you both versions of the lore from the beginning of the game and then the lore that was recently revealed that he was hired or asked to come here by Andar came. And if you combine it together, that's the summation you would get.
Unless it was that they didn't have, they weren't that powerful, and he was asked to go there in order to have the power. He was given
the
the
Red Knight
crystal.
is super powerful. He's like equally as powerful super farmer and probably more than that. The crystals make them godly, of course. But I'll let you guys take it from there and think about it through the week and have fun with that. And that's it. Guys, thank you for watching Celestial Engine. That is the show for today. It was a fun episode. Season 3, Episode 3, Old Souls. Thank you to Melissa for coming on the show. We appreciate you. And guys, we'll see you next time on Audio Dungeon. Thanks a lot.